Okay, and we're live with Legion of Salt plays Stars of Silver. Let's go.
Are we live?
Yep, we did it.
All right. Hello. I am Jeff, the DM guy, and we have some players for our Ebonclad game. We actually have the full group. I'm scared. Let's go ahead and start from the left with Shower. Tell them about yourself.
Oh hey, I'm Claude, and I'm playing the Tabaxi Barbarian, known as my shower has low water pressure. He's just such a lovable guy, and he's joined this thieves guild because he heard they could do some good stuff, steal some stuff from some bad people. And he's just here with his mates. Wait, we're going left to right. Let me find a transition. And then someone else who's a bright, sunny disposition, or something heavenly. Someone else who has heavenly good looks. It's Jalenfern, his mate.
Thank you. He is the sunshine of this whole entire party. I'm Jasper. I'm playing Jalen Finn. Bryn, the celestial warlock drow of the party. He likes to read a lot of books. Likes to take long walks at night. No, he doesn't. He doesn't like to walk. Yeah, he got some cool invocations this week, so it's fun. Someone that doesn't have any invocations is Akmasai.
First of all, you don't know me. Second of all, I'm Den's not playing Akmasai, the knowledge domain cleric, Gezerai, who is here to read books, steal thoughts, and mostly steal things from people as well. Someone who I have absolutely no knowledge on but will love to get to know better is Sirocco.
Excellent try. Hello, everyone. I am Sterling, playing Shirako, the rogue who you'll meet later today, and I'll get into more about her when we get there. Because clearly I was on the side of the mountain last week, and couldn't be with all of these lovable rascals. Somebody who's definitely a lovable rascal is Sabrak.
Hey everybody, I'm Stefan. I'm playing Sabrak Vren, a drow rogue. We are currently just getting over finding out everything we were doing last week was a farce, and actually are somewhat vetted into the guild. And today we're going to find out what's going on. Mainly we're going to have to explain everything to Nim, though.
Because I'm old. I'm Thea, and I'm playing Nim Maglus, who is an old man and also a drow and an artificer. He's just here to have a good time. Not really. He's here to yell at, the youths. Which are most of these people. Let's do it.
Back in my day.
All right. So last week you guys successfully completed your first mission and became full-fledged members of Ebonclad. There was a slight bit of murder, but that's okay. You covered for it well enough. And you had a couple of days off between missions. But you were asked to go to the Harbor District to meet up with your next mission, which is down here where all the things are sticking out in the water. And yeah, it's about 11 a.m. You find your team assembled by the harbor, seated on benches on a blue sunny day. You hear the sound of street vendors crying for the attention of sailors, rising above the constant drone of the city, and the smell of the bay is so strong you can taste it. As you guys are approaching the benches, you see a pretty familiar to you by now shape of a old lady who is currently handing out what appears to be some sort of muffin or cupcake or something. She's just kind of handing them out to people. And, she has a fair crowd around her. And Yeah.
see Shuriken, Shirach, Roko. Do we see Rojo about as well, or is it just the other 5? Or is she introduced later?
Why did we all pick terrible names for this game?
Hey,
It's like fun.
I like everyone's names. I like my name.
Hadouken. There we go. That's better.
There she is.
Shiroko.
I believe it's Sirocco.
Can I just point out that I am the only one who didn't pick a name that wasn't a bathroom appliance or gibberish? So
Excuse me. This has like great meaning in the language of the gift.
There we go.
It actually does.
Jalenfin takes a muffin.
Shibugen. Is Shibugen here? Is my question.
Is it Shiroko or is it like actually Sirocco? And you've been confusing me this whole time.
Seated next to Magda would be another person. If you want to go ahead and describe yourself.
all right. So Chirako is a high elf. She's definitely not. Let's go. Let me back up there. She's about 5'4", 5'5" ish. Pretty thin. Not definitely a little bit darker than probably most other high elves you've seen, if you've seen them. Probably the most noticeable thing about her is that she appears to be covered in these bluish gray, almost like I don't want to say spiderweb tattoos because that's kind of the wrong geometric thing that I'm looking for, but she's just basically every inch of her skin that you can see is kind of crisscrossed by these things. And the weird thing about them is when you're not looking at her and she doesn't think you're looking at her, you could swear they almost seem to move.
God damn, everyone's magic but me.
But yeah, she's got shoulder length, whitish hair, just tied up into a quick ponytail. It starts over her shoulder. She's, kind of gives off the air that she's not one who pays that much attention to making herself look fancy. If you understand what I'm meaning there. That's my
And I like figure out if like are these tattoos like does she have like a medical condition or are they magic or are they just like tattoos? So all can make like trying to figure that out.
I am gonna punt that one to Jeff because he knows where those come.
Roll me an Arcana check. That's pretty good. They don't look like standard tattoos by any means, but you aren't really familiar with the particular process involved. It just looks kind of strange to you. But Jally, are you trying to steal a muffin or are you just trying to get one?
No, I'm just trying to get one. I
Okay.
feel like it'd be dumb to steal from her, so he's just standing there with his hand out.
So Magda does hand you a muffin and says, you need to get some meat on your bones. And whenever you take the muffin, it feels kind of weirdly heavy. She says, mind your teeth.
He's gonna look at it.
And then she just kind of casts a look around. And the sailors that she was, feeding, essentially, she was just giving just random sailors these muffins. They all just kind of fade back into the crowds moving through. She says, it's a fair day for business. Don't be unnerved by the daylight. At night we can hide in shadows, but at day we are truly invisible. And as she says this, you notice that these people are just walking past you in all directions without giving any more than a cursory glance. Nobody comes to this part of the city without purpose, and to them you're just another group of citizens. But
Is the
Hmm?
muffin made out of meat?
No, it is not.
Okay. Jonathan will look at it and then walk back to the rest of the group and just rip it in half and hand
Okay.
Sabrak a piece.
As you do so, make me a dexterity check.
Okay. 13.
Okay. So as you rip it open, you see something shiny and you manage to stop it from falling out of the muffin. There are 5 silver coins contained in the center of it.
I pocket those.
Can I take one with my invisible mage?
No! You don't know.
Roll me a
Lift
sleight of
you
hand.
Ooh. Okay. Fish.
Oh,
And Jalen Finn, when he sees Akma trying to like do his
We
little
can't. Okay,
tricks,
yeah, I'll do my
he'll just
Jedi
turn
mind
his
trick.
head and just glare. And you also notice that his eyes are just a little bit different today.
yeah, pretty much everybody sees the muffin go floating out of the baskets. Like,
I'm
I
going
think
to
everybody's got a passive
unrepentant-
perception higher than 4.
I will unrepentantly like pick up the pieces of the muffin with my invisible mate with the power of my mind and eat them.
The muffin's actually quite delicious, but yeah, in the center of it there are 5 silver coins. But
I kind of want to go grab a muffin now and just speak with Magda. Just be like, morning for once. I'm usually not up this early, so I'll stretch out a yawn and grab one and start eating it. See if there's any coins in as well.
yeah, there seems to be 5
Oh.
silver coins in each one of them.
Kind of.
Okay, I'm gonna get a muffin
Bad
as
idea.
well.
She says, apologies, it's payday. I like to come down here and feed the pigeons personally.
Are the pigeons people?
It's.
She just
everyone
kinda smiles.
counts, like, eyes and ears and pigeons and rats.
You can roll an insight if you want,
Yeah.
Nah.
but yeah, Jolly, you get the impression that she probably just paid off a whole bunch of informants while looking like she was just being charitable.
Oh.
Oh. So like if I have a muffin, once I get a muffin, like inspecting like the silver coin inside the muffin, is it like unusual or is it just a normal silver coin?
Nope, Cormyrian coins. They're quite
Okay,
common
just-
here.
Okay. Ooh.
In any case, you probably had more business for us besides pigeons and charitable as you are, right?
Indeed. She points to a ship that's currently in the harbor. It's a pretty large ship. Looks like a carrack. Carrack. I wish I'd have gotten a picture of one, but basically it's a big boat. And on its largest sail, there's the emblem of a spear's business end. And she says, "That, my children, is the spearhead. We did some work for its former captain, or rather, we did some work on its former captain. The guild took on a client named Elise Carl years ago and arranged for a few mishaps so that Miss Carl would find herself as the new captain of the vessel. To repay us, she sold us out and then took her new toy clear around the world to make herself a living as a renowned traitor as well, but traitor.
One of
All
the
of the
same.
above.
Yeah.
As you can imagine, it's left a bit of a bad taste in our mouth. Now that the good captain has returned to port, we'd like to remind her of life without our services. The powers that be would like to see her ruined, and they've specified that she live to witness it. You are to find a way to discredit her as a traitor, find a way to sour her relationship with her crew, and most importantly, find a way to relieve her of ownership of the spearhead. Do what you
I
must. Go ahead.
I love a good humiliation.
She says, do what you must, but don't attract any undue attention to yourselves. Elise is not to be killed. The next time that ship leaves harbor, we want her standing on a pier watching it go.
I'm-
There's the dearie now. And you see this woman like step off of the ship and just immediately like yell at a couple of people that were like, basically unloading crates from the ship. She looks like this.
Is she an elf or like a dwarf?
half elf.
Oh.
Well, that's all
A
very
toddler.
that's all very well and good, Magda, but none of us know how to pilot or work a ship or craft or anything like that. I don't think so.
I can acquire the knowledge.
I'm trying to bring in
Well-
Briefly.
hang on, there's an elf here.
She says, yes, that brings me to our friend Sirocco here. She has proven herself in a manners not too dissimilar from your own. And she will be joining your team for the foreseeable future. She is very experienced as a sailor in her own right.
Hearing this, Shirako's gonna come over, look at a lot of you just like tearing into muffins and says, wow, you guys really didn't have breakfast today, did you?
Listen, it's important to feed the brain.
Well, yes,
Probably
that's why
the
you
first
eat.
time half of them have been up before noon.
Well, yes, that's why you eat breakfast before you go out.
And say no to free muffins? I don't think so.
Yeah,
It
no.
takes a lot of energy to ruin and humiliate a woman before, like, the
Don't look
day is
a free
out.
muffin horse in the mouth.
Do meal prep Sundays, and this has interrupted that. So I'm very irritable at the moment.
I need energy to think and scheme and stuff. Munch, munch, munch.
I have a bit of information that might be helpful to you, but the powers that be want to see how you do without my guiding hand.
Oh, okay. Is there?
So
Any of
you're
the
not gonna.
It's
No,
fine.
for-
This is just one extra step. So which of the informants would have this information, so we could go and pay them?
Well, I have information. She says, whenever we helped Elise years ago, we forged a deed of ownership for the spearhead for her. Then our operatives drugged the former captain now, but the current captain at the time, a man called Mumford St. James. We murdered his closest men, disguising their deaths as an accident, and she used the drug captain, destroying his original deed of ownership and telling the world that she won his ship in a game of Zazir. Mummy's reputation as a drunk helped to sell the lie, and even he believes it's his signature on the fraudulent deed, signing the ship over to her. The crew, for the most part, stays aboard the ship, but the captain has been staying in a gambling house not too far. She actually points it out. It's called the Owl's Wager. And she's not allowing anyone from the city to board the spearhead. The word is that she has precious cargo she's looking to trade, and her stay in Gintala will be spent looking for an interested buyer. But either way, according to her manifest, she intends to leave in 6 days. So that would be your time limit.
That's
Alright.
quite generous.
Should we go have a brainstorm?
Yes. Especially if we get no more information. Does she have any enemies, perchance, beside this Mumford?
Does she have what? I'm sorry.
Any enemies besides Mumford that she'd give up freely?
Not that we're aware of. She's been gone for over 10 years.
Okay.
But we don't forget slights against us.
10 years is nothing.
It's bloody ages.
For some people.
And with that, she rises off of the bench. And she is hobbling with a fair bit more difficulty than you have seen her move in the coffee shop. But
Can I insight to see if she's faking?
Absolutely. Sorry, I'm bringing up her sheet. Let's see how she do.
It rained last night, so the bones
Oh
of
yeah,
the
she
elderly.
seems to be suffering from some massive arthritis today.
Massive arthritis.
Probably get like
But,
a salve for that, one that is cold and then hot.
I've got some tips.
She says, the other thing, if you find yourselves in need of equipment within reason, take this coin, and she offers it to whoever wants to take it. And
I'll take it.
go to the provisions shop, and she gives you an address.
Okay,
It's,
I'll take the coin.
It's known as let's see, what did I call it? Polly's Provisions. She says, give that coin to the man inside. It looks to be pretty much a standard, silver coin, except for the fact that on, like, it has, like, the Cormyrian emblem on one side, which is like a dragon. But on the other side, it has what appears to be like some sort of bird, rather than the face of a king.
Okay.
She says, give that to Polly, and he will provide you with what you need. That said, anything that you take, as long as it isn't very costly, will be free to you. Anything beyond that, you will have to work out your credit yourself. But provided you remain in good standing, you should be just fine.
Okay.
And she starts hobbling off.
We
After a moment, she just kind of gets swallowed up by the crowd, and you find yourselves alone next to this bench.
I'm just imagining all of us on like a really tiny bench smushed together.
I imagine that you're around it.
Just sort of slowly trying to wrap my arms around everyone, and people keep moving away. I'm like, come on.
I'm going to try and sit cross-legged on a railing.
Oh, we got a percher.
Yeah, he's a poacher.
Well, we should probably get our supplies out of the way now. I need a disguise kit. We'll probably need a crowbar if we're going to do any of this stuff. Boarding the ship.
Yeah.
Grappling
How do you
hooks,
not have a crowbar?
Because I don't carry a crowbar.
That seems
around
like
with me.
something you'd have. Okay.
Wait, I have
I
a
have a
crowbar.
crowbar.
Okay, well, I still want to.
The entire rest of the party has
Everyone
crowbars.
else has crowbars. Just throws
Should
them.
have
Like,
given yourself a
I'm a
crowbar.
musician. Or well, gladiator.
I'll have a
most
crowbar
of
if
the
that
time,
makes you feel better. Takes a grappling hook.
but okay, maybe we do have what we need. A disguise kit, anyone?
No.
Okay, well,
No.
grab that.
I can handle that.
Okay.
Oh, it's a broadcast.
I mean, I assume we've got forgery kits, 1 or 2.
Hello.
There it is.
Well, let's not say that out loud.
I mean, we're all doing this in Ebonclad. We're like, all right, we got the shakes. We also got some picks and hammers and some hay and some straw and some bullshit like that.
Yeah,
But-
cocktail sausages.
Right. So I imagine we got thieves' tools and all that good stuff.
I have
Yeah.
both.
Have we got any
I have knife.
non-lethal poisons?
Could
To
we
knock
see if
someone out?
this Polly could give us better armor?
We could go and check what he has.
Mhm.
I mean,
Especially if we don't want to harm anyone.
I have-
We might need to get on that ship. We should probably have a way to knock out any guards.
I mean, I
Chemical.
have
That's
got
true.
this
I only
very-
have a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
got this,
Nim.
like-
Let's grab a crossbow.
I
from
have
him.
this. I have this very, very effective sleeping potion called empathy, and I will pat my mace.
Oh,
Oh, that.
that leaves bruises though. Is the thing. It's a little
Okay.
more suspect. I mean, I could probably choke someone out. as
I
well.
don't have any. I don't have anything for that
Mhm.
aside from knocking them out. But
Well, if we're thinking on technical terms, they only want Elise alive,
I mean-
just in case.
I mean, steady on there because
I mean, we
Still
do
gonna
need to
raise- she
humiliate
said
her
don't draw
and
attention.
alienate her from our crew.
yeah.
The problem
the-
with killing all of the crew of a boat is
Yeah.
that we don't know how to drive a boat.
Well,
Points
I mean,
at.
I could.
this is why we got
We
the
weren't
out
told.
there.
over here.
We weren't told to actually drive the boat off.
Plus, we haven't really
Yeah, we just
introduced
needed to
ourselves.
alienate her.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I just feel
Oh.
like it'd be a lot of hassle to have to find all new crew.
I mean, if you need me
We
to
don't wanna
drive a
cause any
boat, I
trouble.
can.
Suspicious at least.
I can temporarily gain the knowledge for like 10 minutes.
Or we could have the person that was introduced who knows
Yeah,
how to
we could
drive a
have
boat.
it. We could have Shiroko drive it for us.
By the way, my
Wait,
shower
wait
has
for her
has
side
low
of the-
water pressure. Pleasure to meet you.
You should probably have that looked at. It's nice to meet you.
There it is.
So, what's your specialty, Shiroko? Like, just so we got a general idea of what you can contribute to the plan.
Waves expansively at all of the boats.
You own all of these
Ah.
boats. That's mighty impressive.
Wow.
No, you fool.
Where it said in my notebook.
I wouldn't-
Owns every
I wouldn't
boat.
I wouldn't say owns every boat yet,
Okay.
but we're getting there.
Mm. Also, I've bitten my tongue this whole time, but your tattoos are beautiful. Do you mind if I just like kind of roll your sleeve up and have a look? This is fascinating. How do you do this? What is this? They keep dancing in the corner of my eyes, and I see notes in them as they move. It's glorious. How do you do this? Let me see, please. I'll be respectful.
It's a long and ancient tradition that maybe if you get me drunk enough, I'll tell you about one day.
We can do that in 6 days' time. Or now. We got 6 days. Bit procrastinator.
Vote first, drunk later.
Okay. alright.
You don't want to be running one of these 3 sheets to the wind.
Mm-hmm.
It's fair.
It is a big ass boat.
But yes, brainstorming supplies. I'm gonna head to this supplies station, grab some crowbars and grappling hooks, crossbows, anything else we need, and see what poisons they have, because I feel like that might be useful.
Jonathan looks at everything as they walk.
Actually, like, maybe we could find out where she's staying, just so we can gather more information about her, what
Nope.
she wants.
I think that was the owl's
That's way
wager.
to...
Yeah, the
Owl's
owls.
Wager.
Yeah.
It's a popular gambling house that several of you are probably already familiar with.
I
Yeah,
should
you've
definitely
been inside.
take the first 2 nights to scout out with the ship and all the guard routes, as well as the Owl's Harbour and her usual routine for sure. But first, supplies.
Maybe we can, like, spread some, like, I don't know, nasty rumors about either her or merchandise.
I mean, I can write nasty rumors if you'd like. I just need to copy someone's handwriting.
We could start a
Maybe
whisper
you,
campaign
like-
right
Or
now.
make up my own.
Yeah. Just,
Maybe, like, copy her handwriting and have her write, and, like, forge something in her writing that says, I hate dwarves or something, and then, like, post it
I can-
somewhere.
Sure, just label it as a racist. That's
Problem of that, I'd have to find her handwriting first.
Mhm.
In any case, we could still start a whispers campaign in 6 days' time if like she's losing control of her crew. So when it does happen, it's been seeded already. That's something we can start right now.
Yeah.
If anyone can disguise themselves, just wander around and be like, "Oh, did you hear, Captain? What's her face? Oh, she's garbage." I hear
Does
they're gonna
anybody
mutiny
have-
soon.
Yeah, we just throw a hood over anyone.
Yeah, right. Literally just grassroots whisper campaign. We just, we can mess around and do that for a couple of hours each night.
Wait, Shower, do you want to see a disguise?
Sure. Can you do me?
Jonathan just takes his little half ponytail down and shakes out his head.
Wow, you look
I'm
just
Sabrak.
like Sabrak. Yeah. That's clever.
Oh,
How do you,
no.
wait, which one?
No, which one is
I'm gonna
which?
shut my eyes and spin around 3 times, and then reopen my eyes. You're Jarlan Fen. Am I right? Wait. There's only one of you. What the fuck? I don't like this. Give him back.
Ladies, and Jonathan will just put his hair back up.
Okay, there it is.
So you guys head to Polly's Provisions.
Yep.
I really hope they're a parrot.
Oh boy.
As you walk inside, there's a bell above the door that rings, and you see
Play with it.
pretty much your typical general store with kind of a nautical theme. Like
Ding, ding,
most
ding.
of the stuff that's available out there is, just stuff that you would need for like being on a boat. There's a few weapons, but nothing really spectacular. The shop itself looks pretty mundane. You hear the sweeping of a broom before you actually lay eyes on Polly, and she's about 5'3". Pretty normal looking, except for the fact that she appears to be an avian creature. Bright purple plumage, big kind of crest on her head that sticks up, and she looks at you and she says, "Ah, customers, what can I do for you?"
Greetings.
Hello.
We were sent here to and just looks at Akma for the coin.
I'll put the coin on the counter. We're just looking for some.
We're
booze
here
or
to
provisions.
inquire some goods for our
Yeah. For our
future.
cafe.
Okay.
Who you inciting?
I'm not gonna
Shower.
eat the bud. Stop it.
We were just wondering if maybe you had some, like, maybe some better armor that this coin could cover, or...
If I told you that quiet guns, what would you have as an option for a quiet gun?
You mean a crossbow?
That's what I mean.
Well, we do have crossbows. I don't generally deal in metal armor. Sailors don't tend to like that sort of thing.
No,
because...
leather.
Oh, yes, that I could do. But she takes up the coin and she's like, "You're going to need a lot more than..." And then she kind of pauses and looks at it, rolls it in her fingers. And she just takes the coin and puts it in her beak. And she kind of bites down on it. And then she hands it back to you. And it just has like a little triangular notch in the coin. She says, I would suggest that you check our restroom.
Come on, shower.
Okay, I'm gonna play with the bell a bit, and then just take it with me.
Hey.
Attach it to a string later.
Is she like a Aarakocra or like a Kenku?
You think that she's probably an Aarakocra, but she looks kind of weird for an Aarakocra. Most of them are kind of brown and gray. She is
I'm not just
very,
gonna
very
ask.
brightly colored.
What race she is?
Parrot.
She says, well, I am an Aarakocra. I just have a sense of style.
Yes, you do.
Absolutely.
I like this
Beautiful.
one.
She can read minds. Let's go, shower.
Okay.
So you
Should
head
we
into the back
advise?
room.
Yeah, I'm a follow.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to the back room, taking the visions coin.
All right. It's your typical latrine type deal. There are 3 different stalls. It's all made out of wood, and it's basically like an indoor outhouse, pretty much. Just a hole that presumably leads into the sewers. 2 of them are fairly clean. One of them is absolutely freaking disgusting. But that's all you see in there.
Can I go in there and look in the disgusting one without my hands? Just looking for like a secret lever or something.
Roll me a perception check.
Damn it! I don't want to. I don't want to be
If
touched.
you had a crowbar right now, you'd be able to poke around.
No.
You don't really see anything at first, but after a moment, you kind of cast your eyes upward, and you see that there's a bit of rope kind of dangling over the top of the wall.
Okay. I'm gonna take a couple of steps back and ask someone else to mage hand that because I don't want any.
I
anywhere
will
near me.
fly. I'll use my invisible mage hand to pull it.
All right. So you pull on the rope, and as you do so, the little shelf where you would sit with the hole in it kind of collapses downward, and the base part, the kind of like front, I don't know what you would call it, like front wall of the seat falls forward, and it looks perfectly clean on the inside. And the secret door that is there opens up inward, and you see beyond there is a pretty short hallway, and at the end of said hallway there is a basically just another wall with a half cage on top of it, and like kind of a pretty big opening in the bottom of it, like you could pass things through. And sitting inside you see a dwarf.
I greet him in Dwarvish.
He kind of grunts at you and says, "What do you want?"
Goods.
All right. What?
Is he speaking in Common or Dwarvish right now?
He's speaking in Dwarvish because you spoke in Dwarvish.
I'll say in Dwarvish, we could do with some sort of sleeping potions or poison. Have any?
Well, let me see what I got. Hang on.
Jalen will switch back to Common and be like, maybe some armor, some weapons for Grandpa back there, a crowbar.
He says, I presume you got a coin.
I show him the coin.
Okay, he accepts the coin, notices that there is indeed a notch in it, and he keeps it.
Okay,
Okay, so we
fine.
used our credit. We need to get all the supplies.
And what's your name, kind sir?
None of your goddamn business.
Ah,
Okay, Nanya.
Nunya.
It's a very interesting name. My shower
Wait, that
has
sounds
low
really
water
familiar.
pressure.
So out of character, any equipment that you want from the player's handbook that costs 15 gold pieces or less
Yeah.
is completely available to you. Anything more expensive than that, you can get for half price, but you can get it on credit. You're just expected to pay it back sooner than later.
How much is studded leather armor?
Said leather armor is 45 gold, so you can get it for 22.
We should have money for that though, anyways, right?
If you look in your Ebonclad book on page 78, they have the various gear that they offer that wouldn't be standard stuff. If any of that is of interest to you.
I definitely want to pick up a shark skin. I don't have the PDF open in front of me, so I don't have the gold cost on that at my fingertips.
Shark skin, it will cost 50 gold. But yeah, you could definitely get that.
Okay.
Do you have any books?
Yeah, books. That does. I like books.
Don't carry books.
Bunch.
I carry things that would let you go into a bookstore and steal anything you want, though, I suppose.
Oh, that sounds also
What you want to
interesting.
do.
Yeah, the keys on the table.
Jonathan has a crisis.
As far as poison goes, got a little bit of the drow stuff, but pretty expensive. It's let's see, 500 a dose.
Is it real drow stuff though?
It came from a real drow, if that's what you're asking.
Maybe we could make some from these real drow.
Yes, that's how we actually get our poison.
I've got a juicer if you want to make some poison out of a drow. I don't know how effective it'd be, but you can try. Got a bit of mirth. We just got a good supply of outhouse.
Do you have like
Okay, I
any
guess-
like powder that we could just throw in someone's face and they would just be blind for a little?
Pocket sand.
Blinding, no, but mirth is a powder. Gives people the giggles.
Ooh.
Oh, what's a garrote? Ooh, having one of that.
That would be very funny
I'm gonna get a garrote. That sounds cool.
if someone had a crew that couldn't take her seriously. Just throw some giggle powder at them.
Maybe do you have anything like less powerful that could like induce constipation or something?
We got the opposite of that, my friend. Got something that'll make somebody shit like they ate a whole raw chicken.
Oh, we could take some of that. How much is it?
The guy who ate
Mirth,
raw chicken once. It didn't end well.
mirth is 400 gold a dose. Outhouse is 300. And
Oh,
the sleeping stuff is 5.
Group huddle? One second.
yeah.
Take your time.
I don't think we can afford these poisons.
I mean, yeah, it would be great if we could get the cat to shit herself. Laughs at her, but like.
I mean, we could just cook for her.
Be willing to extend you a line of credit, of course.
Still,
Just don't take more than you're willing to pay.
I don't think we can afford
Here's the
any of
thing.
these. They're just.
We don't necessarily need to go through the crew to get any of this done. We just need to get that deed away from her.
Yeah, but we have to humiliate, which is my specialty.
Mm.
I mean, without,
Also, does the way you described Mirth describe the guys who was playing around with Fuka?
Kinda. A lot
I
more
have
potent than that.
I have an idea that involves a fairy dragon. Keeping that in my head for now, though.
If we could try collecting some puka dust and like throwing it at people.
Well, it's not so much dust as like a literal cloud of vapor that he blows as a breath weapon.
I think
I mean, we could
punch
try
him to
collecting
get
some
out
of his
as well,
breath.
which...
But
You punch him, I feel like Jan
Don't
would
do
stab
that.
you.
Yeah, no, don't. No, that's what they
you
were doing
better not
to
punch
get it
that
out.
dragon.
I'm
I
not
have an
gonna punch.
Eldritch Blast.
Hey, punching the dragons. It's cute.
Yeah, I can't open the books. I don't know what's in it. So Jalen's good for now. If we
Okay.
pass
I was
any
gonna say-
bookstores on the way back, though.
Can we think? Would I be able to know of any ways to synthesize that don't involve like killing a drow?
Stop trying to kill Drow.
Okay.
I
Do know
mean,
any
you
way
can
to
conceivably
synthesize-
make poison if you are proficient with a poisoner's kit.
I'm not. Oh, I could be, but I'm not at the moment.
Every time you say kill Drow, all the Drow just look at you.
There's these little thieves' tools things that are useful anyway. If anyone wants to do some sleight of hand, like the ring razor and all these other little thieves' tools. I don't know if you've all looked at them or no.
I can't
They're
open
only
the
like
book,
15
so.
gold. It's just in the. I'm just looking at it on Discord. That's the only way I can open it too.
Yeah, you've got like the cane hook, which looks like a cane, but it has a metal handle. And whenever you basically twist the handle just right, prongs spring out of it and it becomes a grappling hook. They got a substance called cat stink that is used to distract dogs.
Smells like a cat.
Ooh.
Yep.
Um,
What kind?
Hmm?
I was wondering, like, how much does cat stink?
That's 100 gold.
cat stink is 100 gold, yeah.
Oh. Oh.
But there's
Got our own supply of cat sticks.
I
right
know it's
there.
expensive, but you should see the cats we get it from.
yeah.
Very, very big.
I
Like-
look at Shower and he says this.
I don't know what this is, and I'm scared. I do sleep a lot though, so I might be harvested.
Someone milked the cat.
Oh no! I don't like this.
There's a
Nim.
collapsible pole that can extend up to 15 feet with little rods for climbing.
Oh wait, what the fuck is shark skins? I want that too. That's tasty.
Double-sided clothes. So you could basically spend a minute to remove the clothes, turn them inside out, and it looks like an entirely new outfit. A false scabbard,
Yeah, I grabbed one of them.
glass cutters, hollow boots, which also have a concealed hidden compartment in them. The ring razor, which basically gives you a bonus to trying to like cut purse strings and things like that. Could also conceivably deliver a poison, like an injury poison, if you shake hands with somebody with the razor out. A jacket that conceals rope. Shark skins are very useful for climbing. Soft soles shoes, which are very good for helping you move silently, but they basically are barely shoes at all, so they don't really help whenever you're trying to climb or jump. They actually give a penalty for that. Weapon black, which is a jelly used to darken a steel weapon. Essentially, like if you're trying to do a sneak attack, if you miss, it doesn't reveal your hiding place if you're using weapon black. Wrist sheaths to conceal tiny weapons. You can just like pop it out of your sleeve.
I mean, my hidden weapon's already retractable, but I can appreciate that someone else might need that, or the saps.
I was gonna say, like, so how much does this stuff cost? Is that all under 50 gold, or would you have to pay for some of it?
It's all sort of under
Some of it is.
50. Not 50.
How much is it for like the boots with the concealed compartment in them?
That's like 10 or something, I think. Let me look.
Yeah, they're only 15
Yeah, they're
gold.
only
You could get
15, you
those.
can have them.
Okay, I'll get the book. In it.
Basically, what's available for free is the cane hook, the collapsible pole, a false scabbard, hollow boots, ring razor, the rope jacket, shark skins, soft soles, weapon black, and wrist cheese.
What do shotguns do again?
They
Plus
line
2
of
to
gloves.
climbing.
Yeah. Yeah, they're basically gloves that have a bunch of little tiny hooks in them. So if you like rub it one way, it's smooth. If you use it the other way, it's really rough and helps you grip on things.
Okay, I'll take some shotguns as well.
Oh, shit,
Okay.
we don't need some fingerless sharp skin. It's the same thing.
You got climbing speed. You're probably not too worried about that.
It's just, I do have that actually. Bugger.
And as far as weapons go, they have throwing knives, which don't do very much damage, but they have a pretty good range. They actually have a range of 30-60. Sap sleeves, which are a bludgeoning weapon that are concealed in your sleeves, and garrets, and sword canes.
Do I have a sword cane?
I want a
It's
sword
pretty
cane.
nice.
I can't use the sword.
Wait, what were the throwing things?
Throwing knives, they only do 1 piercing damage, so it's pretty much used generally as like a delivery system for poison. But they're very, very small, and they have up to a 60-foot range.
Is a sword cane a martial weapon?
A sword cane is a simple weapon, actually. You could use it either as a club or you can use it as a blade.
It's a
Basically
want
like
a
a
sword
short
cane.
sword.
D6.
I want a sword cane.
piercing light, so you could use.
The way that I've ruled it with the sword cane thing is it could either do basically a D4 bludgeoning or a D6 of piercing damage.
Can I get a sword cane?
Yeah, absolutely.
I get a sword cane.
I'll grab a couple of throwing knives.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, has he got any instruments? Wait, instruments are in here. Haha, I'm gonna get so many. They're all less than 15 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Type it.
There's also
Alright,
got
Nim.
a keymaker set kit and a swindler set, which is basically used to help facilitate cheating at gambling.
What does the
Keymaker
keymaker set
set?
do?
Keymaker set.
You can make
You make
keys with
keys?
it.
If
With
you
a
have a
keymaker
key,
set,
dupe it.
you could basically make a copy of a key. It takes 1d4 plus 1 hours, depending on the key's size and intricacy.
How do you get proficiency with that kind of kit then?
You would learn it from Ebonclad, probably during
Oh, so
downtime.
okay, yeah.
Is it free?
Says, you know what? Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
want
can
it.
let you have one.
Oh, do you have any paper or ink?
Says paper and ink. Hang on.
Oh, nice.
Gets down off of his stool and kind of waddles to the back. He's a very rotund dwarf. And there's lots of grunting and groaning as he goes through his stuff there. Doesn't seem like he moves very much. But he finally comes back with like a small stack of just standard like parchment paper and a couple bottles of ink.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. If you want a feather for a quill, you need to talk to Polly.
Ooh.
Or pluck one out of her when she's not looking.
How do I set up the sword cane as a weapon then? Is just like is it in like one of the books or do I need to
just
set
put
it
the
up
short sword in
manually?
your inventory and like rename it, and then.
Yeah,
also
just
apply
rename a
rename
short
it.
sword to a
Yeah.
sword cane and it'll work fine.
Okay.
Like I say, if you use it for oh, actually, it says straight up it does 1d6 bludgeoning or piercing. So yeah,
Oh.
basically you could just pull like a club or a light mace and a short sword into the stuff, and then just rename them both sword cane.
So I can
Okay.
change mine from a D4 to bludgeoning.
Yeah,
Good.
I didn't realize it already did bludgeoning because I was like, it's kind of stupid. It doesn't do bludgeoning. I should have been reading it closer. And they're finessable too. And
But
light.
does it use like okay? Does it do strength when it does bludgeoning and then for dex when it does piercing, or is it dex for both?
It's actually dex for both, because I mean it's not really going to like crack skulls necessarily, but it's going to hurt like a son of a bitch.
Good.
It's pretty thin.
That's good because my dex modifier is a bit higher than my strength.
Says, all right. Anything else?
Oh, I think I've got everything as I leave, carrying a flute, a lyre, a violin, a shawm, a double bass, some other things.
You wouldn't happen to have any, I don't know, blunted arrowheads back there, would you?
Mhm.
Off chance I need to, reach out and knock somebody out without putting one through their throat, if you know what
Give me a minute. He just he looks at you again. He says, wait, arrows or bolts?
Arrows, please.
All right. He takes some arrows and he toddles off to the back again. And you hear the sound of a grinding wheel. And he comes back out, and basically he has several arrows that are like broadhead arrows, so they have like the 4 blades on them.
Yeah.
But he's just like ground them down so that they're flat.
Like, well, if I knew all I needed was an angle grinder, I've made my own. But thank you, good sir.
You're welcome.
I believe his name was Nunya. I say in Dwarvish.
My apologies, Mr. Business.
You don't need to know my name, but I'm going to have yours. Please sign this. He pushes forward a document.
I'm going to read it before I sign it.
It doesn't actually
Same.
say anything. It just has lines for names. There are currently no names on it, though.
Can I look it
What's the
over
purpose of this?
close?
Sure.
See if it looks fishy.
Looks like paper.
And what's the purpose of this?
Excuse
I ask him.
you.
It still looks like paper.
It's fine. I throw the paper at someone.
Actually,
And
you
what's the
got a
purpose?
20 on your investigation.
Yeah, I did.
You can tell that there are indentations as though someone has written on this, but you do not actually see the writing.
Can I
If that makes
trace
sense.
it with my finger?
All right, who's got some lemon juice?
And what's the purpose of this?
Whenever
piece
you
of
start
paper?
messing with it, he reaches through the slot and smacks your fingers. He says, "Stop that."
Ah!
Sorry, so
Got
what's the
you
purpose of
privacy
this?
here. It's so that I know who I sold things to.
I don't know.
This is very rude of you, but understandable.
We try not to sell out other people's signatures here. And that would include your own.
Okay, well, I'll sign it then, I guess. I will incite him as
Okay. As you sign it, pretty much before you even finish signing it, the ink is already starting to fade away.
interesting.
Was that with the ink that he gave us?
That's the ink that he's letting you use. If you sign it with your own ink, it's just normal ink.
Interesting. Do you have any bottles of those ink? Piper, no.
It says, that one's almost empty. You can have it.
Pink. Puts it in my
Smells-
forgery kit.
It smells weirdly fishy.
Delightful.
Interesting.
As in, like fish, not suspicious.
Kind of want it.
No. We go and get
Susan's
you some
cologne.
fish.
And on the way out, I want to ask Polly if she has any spare feathers I can use for a cloak.
It says, on your way out, make sure you flush, please.
And wash your hands. I've seen.
And he says, well, I'll pull the rope again. I assume he means.
Yeah, as you do so, the toilet just kind of snaps back into place, looking as disgusting as ever.
Gross.
God, imagine having the job where you have to sit behind a toilet all day.
I mean,
I'm looking at
well
shower.
enough, it might happen. Whoa. What's this accusation towards Tory? Look, I'm out of here.
There's a strange opening between 2 of the stalls. Roll insight if you want to know what it's for. No, never mind. Don't do that. Anyway.
Oh god.
No, it's
Moving
a flower!
Moving on.
I want to ask Polly if she has any feathers.
And we're
Spare
back.
feathers.
I'm gonna put my tail through
I
it 'cause I
already
can't
know.
quite work it out.
Her crest lifts.
Listen, I'll
and
tell
she
you
looks-
when you're.
She looks pretty angry as her crest lifts up on the top of her head, But then she just kind of reaches up and, with a wince, plucks out a feather. And
Oh,
offers
you
it.
didn't have to pluck what the dwarf just told me to ask you.
Yeah, he's kind of a smartass.
I will give her a silver piece.
She thanks you.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Jalen. That was totally Nunya's idea.
Like, yeah, he's an asshole.
Okay.
Wait.
And I'll put it in my bag.
Let's
Oh, no,
ruin-
I'll use it as a bookmark.
Captain Elise Carl then. We've got all of 5 days and 20 hours left.
Oh, actually, Polly, you seem
Hmm?
very familiar with this area.
Mm-hmm. What you can do now?
Bookstores.
Not now.
Saltwater air
Yes,
doesn't
now.
do well with paper. You ain't gonna find any bookstores in the harbor.
Oh.
Okay. This town is uncultured. Boop, boop, boop. Right in
Sounds
the
like,
It's just 1/4.
yes.
The
This
town is
quarter is
fine.
the
I keep
cultured.
looking in the worst spots.
I mean, if you come to the
They're
arena,
not in the slums, not
Show
in the
you some-
harbor.
some culture.
It's so weird.
Where will we
Place
go
where
now?
nobody reads.
Well, we have to be reduced to searching to where the rich people live for our precious books.
On your time. We're on guild time right now.
Oh, look, I'm Sabrak, the sun. Walks out.
Okay, but where are you headed though?
Alright, so where should we go now?
You
Should we
just
try and,
walk
like,
off
go to
around a
where she's-
direction. We'll follow Jonathan for a
Should
bit.
we, I mean,
Then he just
Are you
stops.
all
I mean,
following
like,
me? Because I don't know where
Where are
I'm
you
going.
going? You
I
just
was
walk with
thinking
such
that we should-
purpose then.
that maybe we I was thinking that maybe we should try and figure out what this so-called trader is trading while she's here, so that maybe if we can interfere with her, what she's selling, like sabotage
tell
it.
everyone
make
it's
it-
crap.
This is a buyer, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good idea.
So I was thinking either like we go to where she's staying and stake her out, or we try and go to like the local harbor master or something like that, which would know what's being sold
That's
by
a good idea as well.
people and boats.
I vote we go to the harbor master.
Just to see if we can get
Because-
her
Yes.
held in.
Even if we don't find out what she's selling,
Yeah.
if I ask him maybe to write a couple words onto a piece of paper, like, oh, what's the name of that ship over there? Sorry, the sun's hurting my eyes. Look at me the paper,
Yeah.
and then I can forge that to put blame on her.
Good idea. That's
We should know
good.
if the harbour master's associated with Ebonclad as well, though, because.
You were cutting out there.
Totally broke up there, Clark.
Oh, I say we should find out if the harbour master's on the take for Ebonclad as well, because it's quite likely. We just.
Go shower. You're doing great.
Did it.
Try that again.
It's just saying we should see if the harbour master's on the take for Ebonclad as well.
Oh my god.
Never mind.
Not working.
Give up.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah, you were cutting it out so bad I couldn't even get like a word of that.
For
So you're
every
going to
4
go-
syllables, we were getting 1.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we can talk Ebonclad to him, but what if he thinks we're just like, oh, do you have a raven in the roost? And he'll be like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? There's no ravens in the harbor.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think the odds of it are very low, but we can try, but
Yeah, we'll test out the Eboncant first, and if he doesn't
Yeah.
understand us, then
we'll talk like normal people. Or shall I?
exactly.
Don't say that, he'll probably try and think you're flirting with him.
That works out, because that's my cover.
As what, the lover of the harbour master?
Well, I'm just very lovable. I just have a lot of love to share with everyone.
Uh-huh. Let's go.
I mean, you've
Let's
seen
go
me.
find the harbor master and hope he's hot.
I hope he is hot.
Well, you do find the harbor master. He's pretty easy to find. He's got an office with a big sign that says harbor master. But whenever you go in, it's about a mid-50s human. It's got kind of graying hair.
Oh, is he a silver
Uh,
fox?
No,
Ah.
very leathery looking. He's clearly spent a lot of time in the sea in the sun.
Okay.
But he doesn't seem to have any kind of a secretary or anything. So whenever you walk in, it's pretty much straight to his desk. And he looks at you, very motley crew of people, and he says, "What can I do for you?"
I'm gonna let Jarlin Finn lead because I really wanted to flirt
Oh,
with this
hello.
guy. But
I really
he's
want to
ugly.
say this dumb thing Shower wrote.
I wanted to flirt with him, but I'm upset because I can't because he's.
Hello, friend.
He's
What does he have like a
experienced.
name? Does he have like a name tag on his desk?
Yeah, it says that his name is. Give me 1 second.
Alupa Chalupa.
No, it's actually his last name is St. James.
Oh, ah!
Is it Jesse St. James?
Mumford St. James. No.
Oh, hello.
Anyway, I'm just gonna go up and lean on the desk and just
Mhm.
go, "Hello there. I was just wondering if you had any ravens in the roost here lately."
Are you speaking Ebonclad?
I'm speaking Ebonclad.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
Any suspicious
What do you-
people here lately?
Whenever you say ravens in the roost, he just kind of looks at you oddly.
Told you. Hi, we're here for business. I'm one of the new local news
Whoa,
reporters.
slow down. Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna not do Ebonclad for a second.
No. And I'm just here to check out how the docks have been doing lately. What's been being traded around. If you have any valuable information about that.
Well, if you're looking for trade information, you should probably go to the marketplace. We've got a few ships in harbor right now.
Ah.
One of them came all the way from Chult.
Which one was that?
That would be the Spearhead.
Ah. Interesting.
He kind of points out the window at the boat.
Excellent. Do you happen to know like what they've brought off their boat recently?
Is it a
Anything
Stegosaurus?
big?
Is it? I really wanted to see one. What is it? Is it a dinosaur? Please tell me it is.
For the most part, they're selling just stone artifacts and stuff that have been collected from ruins there. Collector's items, that sort of thing. Bunch of trash, if you ask me. But the nobles
Yes.
seem to like that sort of thing.
Relics of the ancients are absolute trash. You're correct.
I mean, what are you going to do with it? Look at it? I wouldn't pay good coin for something I'm just looking at.
Well,
I keep calm. Well, Sir St. James.
It's Lawrence.
Lawrence? Oh.
Mm.
Do you have any family here?
Wow.
Subtle.
transition.
I've got a brother. Why do you
See?
ask?
No,
You're
you just
getting in
looked
trouble
really.
again.
No, you just looked really familiar.
Mm.
And just like to divert the topic back to like the spearhead, what can you tell us about the captain?
That Elise, Carl, I believe is her name. Yeah, she's a very renowned traveler and a trader. She won the boat off of my brother about 10 years ago. The idiot got drunk and bet the ship in a game of Césaire. Terrible gambler.
Was there any witnesses to this gambling?
I wouldn't know. I didn't really speak to him at the time. He was a drunk.
Is he still a drunk?
Not so much now. For what I understand, the night that all this transpired, they had quite a. Some of his crew members managed to get themselves so drunk that they ended up in the harbor. I was the harbor master then myself.
Isn't that the coincidence?
Does this lady still like gamble a lot? Is she like just don't want to buy artifacts from someone who's going to spend all the coin later on something trivial?
Couldn't really say. It's not really part of my job. Why are you asking so many questions?
We're new newspaper editors. We're just
Authors.
trying to find out everything. Authors.
Well, I was actually in here to advertise. I was wondering if you'd put these posters up. I've got a big fight coming up in a couple of days. I don't know what these guys are asking you about. I just walked in at the same
We
time.
don't
This
even
has
know
been
this
really
cat.
awkward.
We just followed
This
it.
whole time, I'm like just waiting for my turn. I'm gonna just leave this with you.
It
and go.
says bulletin boards on the outer wall,
Thank
and he
you.
kind of jerks his thumb over to the left to indicate which wall he's talking about.
Just pin up.
Can I insight him?
Yeah.
Well, he's fine.
I'm gonna follow that cat, see if there's any good coupons on the bulletin board.
Damn
Such
it,
a
Nim.
fucking old man.
There's a lot of advertisements, job offerings as well. You know, people looking for. I'm trying to remember what the job is, but longshoremen, like basically porters to unload cargo and load up cargo, that sort of thing. Nothing really super interesting, but there is an advertisement for the Owl's Wager.
As a what?
Goodbye, Lawrence.
Maybe look.
You have a good day, weird person.
I'm gonna look
The
at this.
name's-
Oh, sorry.
Shit, what's a good name?
His name's Hank.
Wolf von. Yes. Wolf von, yes. It's a family
Roll me a
name.
deception check.
I was just looking at random things in my room. I was like, ugh. Wolf von, yes. Goodbye.
Tier Griffin.
He says, right. Off you go then.
I apologize for my comments.
The
Goodbye.
Brock believes me.
Okay.
You were smooth as silk.
When everyone else
It's
catches.
like as Shalin when he was like, I don't want to give my real name. I was just looking around the room like, and he sees like this, like a dog. He goes, Wolf von.
Letter opener.
Yes.
Yes.
Bottom of his mug says Kobayashi. Oh, okay.
Just say like Carl Mercedes Benz pronunciation.
When everyone catches up, I'll be like, Jonathan, were you suitably didn't give up your name or anything, right?
Yeah. No, my
suitably
name.
guileful.
Fine.
Okay, good. I just found this ad here for a waiter at the Owl's Wager or something. What is it?
Are you
That's
looking
where
for
it was.
another job?
No, look, it's a posting at the Owl's Wager, but I can't see what it is. Let me read it with my eyes.
I mean, that would be a good cover. Like, if we could get Shower in as like a waiter and have him like listen in on what's being said. Maybe like have him slip some poison into her food or something.
Oh, it's
That'll be
not
good.
actually a job opening. It's just advertising prize fights.
Well,
I'd like to.
Oh,
rip
Shower,
that
you don't want to
down.
do that, do you?
What? What do you mean?
Totally not interested in any kind of.
These sort of
Barbarianism,
prize fights, this is
right?
what I am. Have you seen me perform? I'm gonna sort of clap and just like sort of gesture. Like, have you not seen me? And sort of
But
I
almost
mean,
do a
it's
display.
like-
civilized gentleman.
I've blocked it all out from my memory, but
But I
like,
have cat-like
if you want to-
reflexes and a flair for performance. My stagecraft
Maybe
is
we should have
unmatched.
Nim perform in the fight.
Oh my god.
Should we?
No,
Nim, if you do this, I will kill you.
we're not.
I won't.
We're not
Nick,
putting
please.
Grandpa in the fight.
Also, I know all these tricks
I'll
as
just
well.
shoot
I've got some
everyone.
blood,
No one puts
blood
Grandpa
pellets
in
I
the
buy
corner.
and stuff. I make it look like I'm hurt and stuff. It's gonna be great. It's all theatre. It's great. It's staged,
You-
but they'll love it. I've got
You,
this new routine
you're
I'm
right.
working
You're
on.
right. It's great, Grandpa.
We got
Wait,
this.
Shower's still carrying around like a bunch of instruments.
Yep. Only 4 extra ones, but yeah,
Just a full one-man band type thing.
pretty much.
I mean, like,
Cymbals between your knees and stuff.
Is there anyone watching us?
I was thinking
At
to
the
say, I'm
billboard.
gonna shout, God damn, I can't believe I've been screwed over by that captain again of the fucking spearhead, and I have to look for fights elsewhere because she just keeps shafting her crew. Just publicly.
Stops mid sentence about getting excited for fights. It's like, I hate the spearhead.
Yeah.
Roll me perception checks if you're looking around.
What do I see with my new eyes?
Hey, it's daytime. Hey, it's daytime.
Yeah, Saprak, you are definitely at a disadvantage.
That's
Well,
right.
in shower,
know your
if you
place,
notice,
trash.
is Jalen
Down with me in the single digits. Oh, nearly.
is
He
look.
seems to be paying a bit of attention to you guys.
Damn it.
Oh,
Yeah, we've got like
Nim, that's a disadvantage.
It
Four
might have
elves
also
and-
Nim glasses though.
Oh, Nim does have glasses.
Right here on this particular dock is where the spearhead is moored. The harbor master's office was right here. So you can see the ship off in the distance, but it's pretty far away.
Okay, so we
I
should
was thinking,
probably come back at night and scout out the
yeah,
spearhead itself. We should also head to the Owl's Wager.
yeah, and
Check
scout
it out.
out the target.
You want to put your instruments away?
Sure, I'll run by Nan.
I mean, you need both your hands to fight. I'm not holding anything.
I mean, I don't. The thing is, I could have one arm tied by my back and I'd still beat half of these clowns. But I'll head back to Mama's real quick. It'll appear. It'll be lucky, and I'll store some instruments there, and then reappear. If that's doable,
Good.
I don't know. Does that work?
How far away is the tavern? Coffee shop.
It's actually a tavern. And
Oh my
it is
god.
right there.
Hey, see, it's right where we need it.
Weird.
Hey, Mama, I just got these 5 instruments for free. I mean, store credit. Back in a bit. I'm still working all those leads, and then I'll go. Rejoin
Actually,
everyone.
if you try to look for the Mare de la Fève,
Yeah.
you will not find it.
Damn it. Where am I gonna leave all these instruments?
Lord.
You're gonna have to
I'll work
carry
them into the
them.
routine. It's fine. We can do this.
Yeah, you should have thought
You
about that
made
before you bought all those things.
Well, I mean,
You made it better now. You have to lie in it.
I didn't think everyone's constantly carrying around crossbows. It's in my carryway. I didn't think like having a violin was gonna slow me down that much. Like everyone's got crowbars and disguise kits and shit on them. It's not really an issue.
You guys could always rent a room.
We could. That mean we would have
I
to
feel like
sleep
if I
in
have to
close
buy a
proximity.
room to store a bunch of instruments, then everyone needs to buy a room for like papers and daggers and stuff. Like it's fine.
I can fold up my papers just fine. Look it.
All right. Seems
As long
like
as your carry weight
unnecessary.
is good,
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
too
not-
worried about it.
I don't
Unless
really
you
need to
just-
store the instruments. It's
You're not
fine.
carrying a pipe organ or anything.
Well, yet.
No.
That would be impressive, though.
I mean, it's doable, but yeah, not yet.
I'd give you a disadvantage on stealth if you were trying to carry around some bagpipes.
Okay.
Julia walked in.
It's
That'd be
like,
great.
step wrong.
I'm gonna lace Captain Elise Carl's entire ship with bagpipes, so we always know where she is.
Last you saw of her, she was barking orders next to the ship.
Is she
but
still
it's been
there?
Quite a while.
Oh,
No.
okay. Well, I'll head to the Owl's Wager then, I guess, for now. Inquiring about this
There's,
fight and
there's
checking
some
around.
crewmates standing around near the gangplank that are almost definitely guarding it. But other than that, you don't see anybody near her ship. That's where you want to go?
I mean, if it's still sort of during the day or evening, the
So,
Owl's Wager,
I heard somebody mention a bar and or bar.
There is a bar.
It is 10 in the morning.
Nah, it's about
We got
noon
here
by
at
now,
11,
by the time
yeah.
you guys went shopping and everything.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you can find some place to lay low until evening if you want.
Just have a
I think
liquid
our main
lunch.
evening problem is Tabraki.
What's the problem with the back?
Have no evening problems.
They're more like daylight problems.
Exactly.
Oh, right. I mean, we could wait until
Fine, we
night
might be
before going
indoors.
when everyone's like drunk and like.
Yeah, it might be indoors anyways.
But, I mean, that would be wasting daylight.
Yeah. Have we got 6 days?
I mean, you pretty much passed by the gambling house twice already.
Yeah. It's,
both times it didn't look like it was super busy.
Well, if they're indoors, they don't have that disadvantage, right?
Yeah,
Nah,
it's fine.
it's when they're in direct sunlight.
We can't not do anything all day because Sabrek exists. Alright,
You
guys.
would be
we're done.
surprised.
Wait,
This game
wait,
is
wait, wait,
called
wait a
on
minute.
account of Drow.
Yeah.
Are we seriously talking about Sir Sleeps a Lot? Talking about other people not
Right.
being able to do stuff for certain periods of time?
Fucking studio
What?
stuff done.
I mean, we've only caught you with three catnaps already.
I mean, that's sort of drifted off mid-sentence. That's fair.
Yeah, there's a lot of like random drinking, just basic watering spots and stuff. There's a lot of street vendors that sell food, things like that. Lots of people moving around all over the place. But you could go where you wish. If you want to wait until evening, you can definitely do that. It's entirely up to you guys.
Is there like a small like pub besides like the Owl wager?
Maybe
Oh,
we could
definitely.
try and hunt down Mumford St. James.
Could do. Well, I'm going to keep an eye on those guards for the rest of the evening just to see if I can pick up a shift pattern, and I'm going to go and...
Well, I mean, we're walking away.
Well, until the evening, then we can head to that Owl's Wager when it's more busy. But I'm going to stand like here on this dock here for the next few hours to wait, and just keep an eye on them, and after about 20 minutes fall asleep for the next 5 hours, and then I'll rejoin the party.
Okay. Are you trying to be stealthy or?
Yeah, just going to keep an eye on them, eventually just curl up, but yeah, see if I could just
Okay.
assess, when the changing of their guard is, if there's anything unusual, if they delivered lunch or something like that. If they-
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check. Okay, that's pretty good. They don't really seem to notice you.
Mhm.
Probably about 2:00, a halfling leaves the boat, and he has like a little hand cart that he's pulling with him, almost like a wheelbarrow, but you pull it instead of push it.
Mhm.
And he goes to one of the restaurants that are right there by the dock and orders a bunch of food.
Nice.
And after a while, he's got like just plates like with cloths over them that are just kind of stacked up in the cart. If you want, roll me a perception check.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing I was looking for. Nope.
Yeah, you don't really see anything too interesting about it, but there's a lot of them.
Okay.
Not enough. You aren't able to see it well enough to get a good idea of a head count of how many crew members there are. But you do, over the course of the time that you're there, see like maybe 6 or 7 people on the deck.
Okay.
And like I say, there's 3 at the gangplank.
Nice, okay. Well, I got 3 at the gangplank, there's probably 7 or more of them, and every 2, well, it seems like most of the time, 2:00 they send out halflings to get lunch, got it. We can use that.
Can I like? Oh, sorry. Subtly ask around if anyone has seen Mummy St. James.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. 17.
Yeah, actually. You find out that Mummy actually hangs out at a it's actually not a bar, but there's a restaurant that he hangs out at. It's kind of like an outdoor cafe kind of thing.
Ooh.
Apparently he works there during the day.
What's it called?
It is called the Gilded Wing.
The Guild. Oh. I will tell everybody else my information I found and suggest maybe we get a nice brunch.
Yeah, let's have a nice brunch.
Do they have a liquor license?
They do not.
Well, I'll just be disappointed while I have brunch then.
And whenever they're talking about Mummy, the nickname that they use is Dry Mummy.
Ooh.
as in he doesn't drink no more.
Oh, I thought it meant he doesn't go on the water anymore. It's just on a boat.
I thought he just had dry skin like his brother.
He's just dead.
Oh, is Mummy there or no?
That's what we're gonna find out. Should we
Oh.
go back and get shower and
No,
see
it's
if
alright.
he hasn't fallen
I'll-
asleep?
Don't, because I
Piss
will
off,
have.
Ghost.
I don't want to get
Let's go
called
back
out.
and get the cat.
Okay.
I mean, we could wait until he finishes whatever he's doing
Let's see if
and
he's,
just eat without him.
let's see if he stayed awake. What would it be?
Constitution.
No, because then I succeed. Ah, I was clever enough and focused enough to stay awake. Damn it.
We could just like leave him
Damn.
to finish his assignments and then go eat.
Yeah, you stealth well enough though that you found a spot to hang out that nobody really bothers you. Most people that are going through here are on particular business and aren't really paying that much attention to their surroundings.
Mhm.
But yeah, you don't see anybody leave the ship besides the halfling or anybody else come into the ship.
Sure. Join the lads at the Gilded Wing for Lupper then,
Okay.
I suppose.
So you go to the Gilded Wing, and it's basically just a counter with a bunch of tables out front. There's like 8 tables or so, each one with like 5 chairs. And there's a lady working behind the counter, and this older man, looks like he's about 60. And he's walking around like wiping down tables and stuff.
Does he look
Does
at all like
he
the harbour
look-
master?
Like Lord.
He looks very similar, yes.
I can't flirt with this guy either.
They're not twins, but they're clearly related.
I mean, you can. It's just
I know,
like
but is he
whether you
old? Is he
choose to.
attractive, or is he just like an old man?
Yeah, how attractive is he? Is he great? Silver Fox?
Let's see.
I hope he is.
He has a 14 charisma.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go up to him and be like, "Hey, I heard that you're called Dry Mummy, but I feel like I could make you Moist Mummy. What do you say?"
Jesus God, you're easy.
Jolin just like staring.
He looks at you and says, I'm not into fur.
It's kind,
Oh,
kind of dismissive and rude, but sure. What's in the menu anyway? Any specials?
Yeah, we have our gilded wings. They're fried in butter and quite tasty. Best you'll find on the dock, I expect.
What meat are they?
Bird.
what kind of bird?
Bird meat. Oh, that's fine.
Says rock. What do you think? They're turkey wings.
Turkeys in the harbor?
We'll have 6 for me, and then what do you guys want? Okay, I guess just 6 plus of wings. I'm just a hungry boy. Let's go.
Oh, I didn't quite catch your name.
Says Mumford.
Mumford. Great name. Exceptional.
Good name for a band.
Do you have any sons?
Whenever you say that, he just kind of shakes his head silently, and he walks to tell the lady your order.
I wasn't done ordering.
I bet he
feel
gets
like
that a
we
lot.
offended.
You roll an insight check if you want.
Yeah, that's
With my
find out
+1.
why.
His son's been killed.
Are you trying to chat him up? Like, do you have any sons? Would you
Yeah.
like some?
Yeah, we can adopt some together.
Yeah.
And I'll outlive you by thousands of years.
So Akma, you actually notice a pretty strong flash of pain in his eyes whenever he's asked about
Oh, maybe
Oh,
he clearly seems to be missing his sons. I suspect that
It's
maybe
his son widow.
drowned them.
I disown all the nephews.
I will.
He's hurt. He's hurting. Maybe he's out for revenge against Captain.
When he
Half of
comes,
Maybe
Thanks.
she married his son. And then he died.
maybe his son was. Oh, maybe his son was part of the crew, and then he died.
He was one of the loyalists that they had to kill. We should ask him this rather
Either
than just...
way.
We should not ask him.
We should definitely
Yes.
ask him. Why not?
I mean, I feel like if he's out for revenge, that could be useful to.
I almost said Charlton. Mumford raises his hand, tries to get attention.
He brings you out your plates of wings.
Oh, those
And
are
they
all showers.
Yeah,
They're quite sizable.
nice.
I mean, turkey wings. They're pretty big.
So could we get some nice teas for all
Yeah,
of
we have
us
tea.
and you?
Sure, but I'm not going to have sex with any of you.
Thank God.
Only
Well-
some of us are disappointed.
I don't know what you mean.
It says maybe her, points to Sirocco, but the rest of you, no, not so much.
Let's
Okay,
put
now
a
I'm
pin in that.
insulted.
Can you take like a 15-minute break and sit down and have a nice chat with us, maybe?
He looks around, sees that there's not really any other customers because it's like 3 in the afternoon. He says, Kate, is it alright if I take a few moments?
This
He
one's
says-
kind of lonely.
He says, yeah, mommy, go ahead. And he pulls up a chair and sits down at the table.
So, hello again. Sorry if I offended you in any.
No, not offended. No way you could have known.
But, bringing that up, takes out his book.
Says this week seems to be a time when all sorts of old wounds are getting torn open.
Oh, you're just gonna make me feel even terrible when I bring this up, aren't you? We were wondering if you've heard of someone named Elise.
Are you talking about Captain Carl out there? He
Yeah.
gestures to the boat. He says, yeah, I heard of her. Used to be my first mate.
Oh. First mate. So that was out of character.
That's
You're just like,
just
writing
writing
down
it down
things
first.
really
First
slowly.
mate!
Tell me if you're saying...
How
no
long
more
does it
questions,
take you to write
Tom.
these down?
Jalen's
happened?
writing as he's talking, like, no stopping. Well, we heard she was, we saw her ship back in town. I was wondering if you actually remembered what happened that night.
I don't remember much of it. We partied and some of us got pretty drunk. I made the biggest mistake of my life, but I don't remember doing it.
And was one of those somebody's son?
This is the worst way to phrase this.
Every way's the worst way to phrase this.
But,
Says,
Hi, we'd like to bring up all of your bad memories from 10 years ago.
he says, yeah, I lost my boy. What of it? You could not even going to make you roll insight. You could tell that he's starting to get a little bit angry.
yeah.
Listen, we know that Elise isn't an honest woman. We're just interested, perhaps, if you want to get back what you lost that night.
He says, honest woman or no, doesn't really matter. She got the deed with my signature on it.
We
I was drunk and stupid enough to bet my ship.
would like to believe there is some foul play at hand.
What did you say we could get back the deed for you?
What makes you think that there was foul play?
Just a hunch.
A
Roll me
little more than a
deception
hunch.
check.
I'm trying to
The grapevine.
assist with this.
I'm great at lying.
Oh, nice.
That's not bad at all.
Nope.
Let's see.
At least I'm not using the hi, my name is Wolf Von Yes, a news reporter.
He says, well, she is a bit of an underhanded woman, to be sure. That was one of the things I admired about her, to be honest.
I'm gonna just finish a wing and be like, oh, if you point my pace a bit. Carl's made several enemies, and one of them has employed
Shut
us
up.
to.
Shut up, shower, shut up,
What?
shower.
She has. She's got a
Basically-
reputation for being a traitorous trader, and the thing is, we've been doing some research. We've interviewed a couple of other characters, your brother for one, and they've all spoken that you're, dry now and you're a respectable man. We're just wondering if you could help us ruin her, which is...
Help us help you.
He takes a deep breath and he says, it would be tempting to be sure, but I don't have a leg to stand on, legally.
I mean, how did you miss being on your ship, friend? Don't you want to be back on the waves with, like, the sun beating down on your face? Also the sea.
Nah, that ship is cursed. They deserve each other.
Cursed, you say?
Cursed how?
He just looks at you again as though you had, just asked him about his son dying.
Oh, never mind.
Bad memories on that ship, I take it.
A lot of bad memories, yes. Worst night of my life.
Could probably
Had some doozies.
sage the ship, get rid of those bad vibes.
We could. Well, the thing is, the way you're sat here in this shop, that you can see that ship sitting in the harbour, and it's going to stay there, taunting you for the next week or more. You help us, it'll be out of your sight, out of mind, and all these painful memories could be buried a little easier.
What sort of help are you looking for?
Everything you could tell us about her.
We could do with your signature so we can check that this manifest is legit. There's a couple of other ways you can help us. If you can tell us anything about the ship, if she had a secret compartment in the captain's quarters, anything of that nature, that kind of thing. As much as you think is relevant, maybe you bring up one last time for closure, then you never have to worry about it ever again.
If you're
we'll sort
asking
it.
if I was a smuggler, I wasn't.
Okay.
We were a legitimate trade vessel.
But we would like to compare signatures. Takes out a piece of paper and a quill.
Who's mine?
To make sure it was actually you who signed the paper. And not some rough forgery.
Roll me a persuasion check. You don't look like you work for the city guard.
God, no.
Ugh.
So what's
These
your
muscles
interest?
Well, let's not.
like this.
Okay, that's embarrassing for everyone
We,
involved.
just like helping people.
That's true.
Yeah, back what is theirs.
And what do you want from me whenever this is over?
Absolutely
Assuming that
nothing.
you actually managed to pull off some sort of miracle.
I don't want anything. Do you guys want anything?
We're just
Maybe-
asking for your discretion in this matter.
Some more wings.
Maybe for you and your.
Oh yeah, maybe some more wings actually. Because Shower ate them
And
all.
also discretion.
I'd
That kind of
like
thing.
nothing more really than just to see this closed. You never speak of us again, and maybe go and visit your brother again, because he was saddened that he hadn't seen you in so long, even though he probably wouldn't admit it. I saw it in his eyes when we mentioned him. What?
Well, he blames me for Danny's death. Probably rightly so.
Old wounds heal, though.
Give me your paper.
I will hand him the paper and dip the quill for him.
He signs it, and as he hands it back, he says, if it's your intention to try to use my signature to get a line of credit or something like that, think that you'll find she'll be laughed right out of the bank.
Oh no, I have no interest in that type of things.
Fun fact, most of this lot aren't actually allowed in banks, so we don't have that problem.
You've
What, they're not house trained or something?
okay. Well, I mean that's hurt your tip. And I'm gonna only give him because I feel bad. I'm only gonna give him half. I'm gonna put 4 gold down on the table for the wings and leave.
We got the paper all the wings, sir.
Dude, 4 gold is a fuck ton.
I was going to say, he raised
I have way more than that. I'm giving him a massive tip.
It's just because
He actually gets a little bit emotional.
Yeah, I
It's-
know. I feel
like-
bad for him.
Thank you.
I was gonna say I do have 2 questions, but does Elise have any vices she likes to indulge in?
Yeah,
Oh,
what's the
She's a
the
card.
She
good
loves her
good on here?
gambling.
Yeah.
She was a bit of a drunk. I don't know about now. I certainly haven't spoken with her in the past 10 years. But after all that happened, I stopped drinking myself.
Oh, actually, something that might be relevant. Do you know which languages she speaks, or did 10 years ago?
I know she knows the Elven tongue and Common.
Okay.
Other than that, I really couldn't say.
Do you have any idea why she would be in Jolt?
She's a trader. She always
Speaking
talked
of
about trying to make a voyage that far. I never saw the profit in it myself, but apparently she did.
Speaking
So-
of trading,
From what I saw them unloading on the ship, I can't imagine that they're going to make much money.
Oh, you would be surprised.
speaking of trading, like back when you used to trade on that boat, where would all your products be stored? Would you keep them on the ship, or would you like take them onto the ground before you sell them on?
Well, I don't know about now, but there was a market stall where the fella there would sell our goods at he'd take 10% and we'd get the rest. But
What's the name of that store?
it wasn't that doesn't really have a
Market.
name. It was just a market stall.
Okay, thank
What's
you.
his name?
His name is Philip White. Like this.
Oh, he wasn't John Smith.
John Doe.
Market stall.
He's a nice fella, human, about my age, I would imagine.
Oh, beans.
I'm glad someone got my joke.
It was good. I liked it.
I didn't even hear it. Sorry.
No.
It's in the chat.
Oh,
Well, I think we'll be off. We've taken enough of your time, but luckily for you, Soraka's gonna stay here and give you what they called a happy finish.
No, she's not. Unless she wants to.
We'll be leaving.
You see why they're not allowed in banks or any place else?
Oh, actually,
he's
happy
a
is
little
like.
bit embarrassed. He says, "I better get back to work."
Yeah.
Wait, before you go, you look like a man of culture.
Oh no.
He looks down at himself and is like,
Does
"I
he?
do."
Bookstores.
Oh my god.
Oh, boy.
I mean, yes.
Does he know how to
This is a
read?
worthy
I
course.
mean, he signed ledger, so he's literate, maybe.
He can write his own name.
I mean,
Says if you're looking for books, I'd probably go to the marketplace.
Okay, let's go to the marketplace.
Alright, let's off. Oh, one final thing, Mumford. No loose ends. I'm gonna draw my great sword.
Stop. All right, bye.
Sorry.
Alright, let's end this pantomime here. Thank you for your
It was
time.
nice to meet you. Thank you for the
Always
tea.
gonna stand
I
badly.
take
I
it.
don't know why I keep doing it. I'm sorry. I'm out.
I take the teacup with me as I go.
Not gonna kill you.
Hey, that's not disposable.
I'll return it.
Roll me a sleight of hand and see if you get away with the teacup.
Oh my God.
6.
Oh,
No.
son of a bitch.
You make it about 30 feet, and then you just see his arm reaching around you and grab the cup.
It wasn't finished.
That comes out of my pay, you know.
You have a disposable cup, sir.
I
They
went
don't
for a
make
takeout.
disposable cups in fantasy.
I'm
land.
sorry, they're lonely and they can't
I'm gonna
live without
invent
having a
some.
cup.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, can
that's
you
gonna
invent
be
me a
my
travel cup?
retirement? Once
No.
I'm done with this, I'm gonna invent paper cups.
Or like a nice
Cup
travel
made of
cup.
paper.
Bamboo, yeah.
Might be a
that's
good use for all those books you're going to buy.
right. Reduce all those single-use plastics that you invented a few years before. And now a problem.
I can't believe that we're going to cause the death of Faerun through environmental
All
pollution.
those krakens
What?
just choking on them. Such a shame.
The Kraken has a giant straw.
We saw so much plastic in the krakens. Anyway, let's where we headed
Anyway, goodbye. I hand him his teacup back.
We have a flash forward of the massive pile of single-use
garbage
plastics
island.
just floating in the bay.
Oh, I think our
Anyway.
next bet's probably what the owls. What was it called? The Owl's Fortune. I've already forgotten the name of the bar.
I mean, it's either the market to see if they still sell.
Oh,
the-
Philip
the-
White. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to
Yeah,
go to the
oh.
market stall.
Oh,
I
Right,
can
Philip
get some books. I mean, investigate Philip.
No, that's a different. We have to go marketplace for books.
Okay.
So you're going to see if you can find Philip White?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Philip
Alright.
White and market stall.
Or his 10-year on replacement.
Oh yeah.
It's fairly easy to do. You ask around a little bit, and you get pointed out to a stall. Mostly, they sell a lot of produce and stuff, but there is also just a whole line of basically just like roughly carved statues. They look quite old. If you want, you can roll a history check.
Yeah, does this look like Choltian?
No!
Yeah, these are definitely from Cholt.
Uh-huh.
And it looks like they're basically like meant to promote fertility.
Wow.
Almost all of them are carved. They're all carved from like single pieces of stone, just like rounded stone. But most of them are either like animals or humanoids. But yeah, you imagine that their purpose is basically to promote fertility. Some are meant to promote good luck, that sort of thing.
Such crudely carved hips. This is clearly a piece of Choltian art.
You would imagine they probably were carved by some sort of humanoids that aren't human.
Are any of them Sneeple?
I don't know what that is.
Those fake people.
No. Nope. But yeah, Philip White, he's got a big like just a huge mustache and bald head. He looks pretty old. Looks a little rougher than Mumford because he didn't stop drinking.
Mm-hmm. And he's not
But he
hot.
says, "What can I do for you?
Okay.
What are you looking to buy today?"
We actually have some
that's-
questions about who brought you these stones.
Oh yes,
Right?
these statues have quite taken my eye, and I want to find out where I can get more of them.
Ah, well, that would be, there's a ship in the harbor called the Spearhead, but I have the entire collection here. I'd be willing to sell the whole lot to you for 1,200 gold.
Oh, so this is like everything that is this everything that they brought? Or do they have more on the ship? There's like
This is the complete
just like,
collection.
yeah,
So-
that's from
He says, "Yeah, I'm trying not to break up the set."
Right.
How do we know
That's
they're
valuable.
real Choltian?
and
He says,
Yep.
"Well, if you know what you're looking for, then you wouldn't have to ask that
It's a
question."
collector's piece. So
I'm just going to. How many pieces are there? I'm just going to quickly count them.
There are 12. The
Okay,
whole
this
set.
should be too interesting.
Wait, I'm gonna actually I'm gonna just sort of push Sebrak off to the side real quick, and then like 2 minutes later be like, wait, one of these is missing. And hope that works. Hope he catches on. Just sort of lock eyes with him and then one of them while we're talking.
Why so back?
He's got the best sleight of hand, I think.
Yeah, he's the rogue.
Except he's in daylight.
Yeah, but he
See,
doesn't have
I would have
disadvantage on
disadvantage.
sleight of hand in the daylight. He's got this.
I believe it's
He
all
does.
skill checks.
No, it's just attack rolls and perception. If it was all skill checks, it'd be like poisoned during the day.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he just can't see as well.
Good deal.
He's not garbage.
He can still use his hands.
Yeah, he's still sleight of hand. Yeah, he just might not be able to watch for guards quite as well, but
See, what I'm sleight of handing.
yeah.
Damn it! Why do you got my tail? I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Yeah, I want to be like, hang on, there's only 11 in this set. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This might be a bad idea.
Are you going to try to steal one?
Gonna shift them around to where it is. One's out of sight.
All right, roll me a sleight of hand. It's not great,
That's not
No,
but it's enough
bad.
to beat his
level 2.
passive.
Yeah,
You have to beat my passive.
yeah, same.
I I can see that.
He does a quick count of them and he says, "Son of a bitch."
The fuck are you trying to pull here? 1,200 for it's 11, and then I have to buy the other one personally from some other trader, which could be years away.
Someone must have
Well, go to
stolen while I was
shops.
taking a whiz out back. I should get the guards.
Well, hang on, I'll fetch them. When did you go? I'll keep an eye on the stall. Actually, you go fetch.
It's been a couple of hours since the last time I was stepped away. I knew I should have hired somebody to cover this.
You're
the
fine.
stall whenever I'm away.
I'm gonna like draw my greatsword and just place it on the ground here. But like, listen, I'll look after this. You can sort of tap myself on the eagle's was it the eagle's eye tattoo on my chest? But I swear by the eagle totem, I'll look after this. You, by far, I don't know, Father Eagle or something. You go fetch them right now. I think I saw one 2 minutes past up here. Yeah, I've got a tattoo. Yeah, I got an eagle totem tattoo on his. on his
Roll me a
back.
deception check.
Sure.
Nice. All
Trying
right.
to come across as an honourable barbarian. At least some primal honour, I don't know.
He thanks you and proceeds to run off, trying to get some attention from the city guard.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna just
Looking
be here
at these
guarding it for a while.
statues, is there any way that that I could subtly disfigure them to make them like
Hey,
fakes?
I'm watching these, don't you touch them.
Does he have a ledger?
Do you look?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Okay. 7.
So it takes you almost a solid 5 minutes before you find the ledger. It's
Oh.
actually like underneath a basket. But whenever you come across it, you can see like what his, what he's selling. There's some corn from Maztica. There is the statues, of course. They're all listed. Each one says like 8 T-Rex and things like that. And there are a couple of things listed that are not actually named. All it says is PC, and it says 1,000 gold, and then it says PC2, also 1,000 gold.
Do I have any idea what PC could stand for?
Player character.
Oh shit, he's selling player
Selling
characters
us.
to the highest bid. Oh
I
my
knew he
God.
was a slaver.
Damn it. PC.
I'm just
they
gonna
have-
copy down in his handwriting into my notebook.
Oh yeah, take a rubbing of it all. Yeah.
Is there any information about who he bought these particular items from in that ledger?
Yes, these are all from the Manifest of the Spearhead.
Interesting.
I just was wondering, like, how hard would it be to make these statues seem like fakes? Just like, I'm not trying to disfigure them now. Just wondering how hard that would be. Would I need like specialized
I mean,
gear?
if you actually had like a chisel or something like that, it would help significantly.
Yeah. Okay. Is it?
So
Or-
crowbars?
Clever use of magic.
Yeah.
And
Interesting.
I want to put the ledger
I
back
mean,
where I found it at.
Legit, depending on how you did it, like you could legitimately make them look even older than they already do.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we could just like make a bunch of paper mache replicas in like our free time, and then like steal all of these and replace them. With your
I mean, they weigh
switcheroo.
10 pounds each.
Well, you could, if you changing a forgery kit on the ledger as well, you could say that he sold one of them to us for 100 gold
Ooh, yeah.
right now, and then we could give it back to him. And when he fetches the guards, be like, no, there's no disagreement. Check your ledger, that kind of thing. Just
Yeah,
casual.
I'll
con.
do that. You want me to roll again, Jeff?
You do realize that doing forgery like is literally something where it's like 1d4 hours, right?
No. Yeah, I can't do that right now.
Yeah, just write that down.
It's like something that you have to like be sitting
down.
down someplace
Okay.
and actually,
That's like almost
you don't just
downtime.
do it on the fly.
Alright, no.
It's not like writing Sabrak's in Sabrak's handwriting love notes and sending them to random people.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like a signature is one thing, but actually writing out like a bill of sale and stuff would take quite a bit of time.
Sprock, where have you hidden that thing, just so I know? Where were you keeping it?
I put it back right there. I just
Okay, alright.
put it underneath the table.
Alright, I'm gonna pretend like I haven't seen it this whole time. He's coming back.
I'm
soon.
gonna put the ledger back where I found it.
Okay. And as you do that, go ahead and roll your perception checks.
Shit.
See it, she don't.
Wait, do you have Devil Sight or something? Is that why you're not at disadvantage?
I have a really cool new invocation called Kieranized.
What?
It's basically just like Devil Sight, except it only lets him see through like his own darkness or basically anyone in his family, but it lets him function in normal daylight. So instead of seeing through all magical darkness, he can function in daylight.
Wow.
And see through Sabrak and Mine's darkness.
Oh, that's cool.
You can see through Sabrak's eyes.
So
and you can
enemy,
see
so enemy
multiple
magical
things.
darkness would still, and Nims even would still mess with you.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that. That's a good implication.
Yeah, I
That's
thought it was
why
like a good
Personalized,
reflavoring. 'Cause,
yeah.
I mean, it's called Devil Sight, for God's sake, and it's a celestial warlock. That's
Yeah,
like,
right. It's like that fiendish vigor where it's like, well, no, it's holy light
That's why
or
his
something.
eyes are much bluer than normal.
Sexy.
Ooh. That means you can spy on everyone Sabrak sleeps with.
its eyes like
No,
a
no, no,
flaming
I
hot
can-
sea.
No, I don't have Gaze of Two Minds yet, but if
Oh,
Sabrat
nice.
casts darkness, I can see through it.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
So you don't screw each other over, yeah.
Basically watered down the Devil Sight see-through magical darkness part and gave the, elimination of sunlight sensitivity. Because that made sense to me for a celestial warlock.
Cool beans.
But, yeah, with those perception checks, Nim, you're the first one to notice that the guy is coming, toddling back, huffing and puffing, and he's got like 2 guards with him. He says, "It was right here. There were 12 of them. Now there's 11.
That's right, I counted 11 right here, and I should lay them all out and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. Someone's had them. Could have been hours. Could have been long gone by now. Luckily,
I
no
point to
more
the
have
one
been
that
taken.
didn't count.
Oh, for
Because we put them all back, right?
Yeah.
it was on.
Yeah, I pointed to the one hit where he didn't go and goes,
This is-
shower.
This is embarrassing. I'm sorry to waste your time, gentlemen. This
He says, "Wait, you found it? Where was it?"
It's literally right here. We both
It was under the
and
table.
lift up the table or the book or wherever it's off to the side.
He puts his hand on his heart and just breathes a sigh of relief.
Right.
He's like, "Oh, thank the gods.
Whew.
These aren't even mine. I'm just selling them for Elise."
That's all them
This-
for a friend.
He looks to the guards and like he's just kind of blushing and apologizing profusely, and the guards are like, it's all right. These things happen,
Close
He
call.
looks to the rest of you and he says, "Thank you for watching over his cart."
Mhm.
And they kind of just start walking off. And the Philip himself, he looks to shower.
Yeah.
And he says, "Thank you so much. You really,
Right, I
you really did me a solid there."
yeah.
And he gives you 5 gold.
Oh, I do.
Buy more turkey.
Don't- I couldn't. I feel, but thank you. I mean, I don't know if we're actually going to purchase these. I still have to speak with my benefactor, but I might return in a couple of days' time. Thank you. It's
Oh,
you're kind man.
he says, "If you want, you can put down 10%, and I'll keep a hold of them for you. Otherwise, I'll have to sell them to someone else if they were interested."
Mm,
As I say, I'm not selling them for myself so much. I mean, I
Right.
get a commission, of course, but
I understand the deposit. Accountant. And to see who
Says,
steps towards out of the party.
Yes, and forward.
Okay. Give the man the 120 gold to hold on to these for me, please.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Uh,
You know our benefactor has very specific tastes.
I feel
he says,
you're right. Your counsel is ever
well-
invaluable. I'll have to speak with him first.
I don't know who you're working for, but if it's things from Cholt that he's interested in,
Mhm.
there are a couple of things that I don't personally have access to, but the people on board the Spearhead might be able to sell you.
I
Says,
see.
Interesting.
Come here.
Okay. With me. Snaps the accountant.
He kind of leans over the counter and whispers to you. He says, "So from what I understand, they have a couple of eggs that they picked up on Cholt. I don't know what they are,
Oh.
but it's not exactly something that they're trying to put through customs, if you understand."
Right, because he did use the word exotic. That's why I think these statues would be a little tame for him. You're quite right to suggest that. Do you think eggs? Do you think would that be?
Would be quite exotic from what I understand. But they're wanting 2,000 for the both of them.
2,000. I mean, pittance. You know
It's
what?
a good lead.
I want to shake your hand, and I'm gonna shake his hand and walk off. Like
Yeah,
a,
he shakes
like
your
a
hand.
dog business. Brilliant.
He says, "Yeah, just let me know if you're interested."
Philip White, yes?
Yes,
Okay, my shower has low water pressure.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's quite right, and I'm gonna leave.
I've got a cousin that's a plumber. He calls
I
out
don't
as
know
you're
that.
going.
It's great.
These statues are kept quite, and you're certain that these statues are kept during the nighttime hours. I know that all sorts of
Oh.
unsavory types are after dark here.
Yeah, I don't think any premises. Code name.
I mean, the rest of us probably can have code names. It's just no one actually thinks that's
We
his
can,
name when he
we can
says
figure
it.
them out. We can figure them out before we get to the owl.
I mean, his code
and-
name is
Wolfman, yes, approves of this stall.
his code name's Jacuzzi, but he just keeps addressing himself as his name to everyone. 'Cause he can't be bothered.
So, the marketplace was the promenade. So by the time you guys walked to the promenade, it's about like 3:00. It'll take you about an hour and a half to walk back.
Okay.
I was trying to ask him whether or not. I was trying to ask him whether or not he keeps the statue securely at night or not. I think. Right.
He says, "Of course.
Good.
I mean, it's
Okay,
a
good
market
to hear.
stall. It wouldn't do too well to just leave them laying around."
Okay.
But that's
to
all
know.
he's willing to elaborate on. He's like, "Yes, of course. I keep them in a safe. Let me give you the combination."
Yeah, we don't want to press on that. That looks dodgy.
Yeah, I just wanted to like figure out. I just wanted that, and then yeah, let's go.
I guess to the owls. Was it called the Owl's Ransom or something? I keep forgetting the name wrong.
Owl and feather.
Owl's Wager. That's it.
Fair enough.
All right. He's heading to the Owl's Wager. I'll say
Hey,
you get
Nim,
there
what's your
about
code name?
5:00 or so, and business is starting to pick up a bit.
Old Man River.
My code name is just Old Man.
Old Man. Yeah.
Who's going to be the first one in the door?
Methuselah
for
can be
the
a
fight,
code name.
I think I might burst in. Maybe I should go separately from you guys so you don't know me, so you can be discreet while I'm competing. Do you think, or is that a bad idea?
Yeah, I don't want people to think I know you.
Right, I do
Yeah.
give my name out too much. I'm gonna burst in 5 minutes before everyone else and be like, with the poster in hand, be like, I heard there was a fight, and it
All
was
right.
entertaining
As you are
enough."
bursting in,
Yep.
roll me a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Okay.
It was a bouncer.
I can see it coming.
That's pretty good. So you do not catch a door in the face as it goes bursting open,
No.
and you see these two very bulky-looking dwarves just throwing out this halfling. He looks like he's
Oh.
been beat up pretty good. He says, "Come back whenever you've got some real money." And then he looks at you and says, "What the hell do you want, cat?"
To prove my worth in the arena, which is great. Let me just tell you. I mean, I don't mean to boast, but it lists off his accomplishments and like fighting styles he's mastered. And I can sing.
It's a lot of flowery words. Kind of wipes his face, and he's got very bloody knuckles, so he just kind of, manages to wipe blood right on his nose.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "You'll have to talk to." Found the guy's name.
Mark Edstall.
You'll have to talk to Hard Iron. He should be
Hard Iron.
behind
That's
the
nice.
bar. And they walk back in. You can tell that these guys are bouncers. There's a lot of dwarves in here. It looks like there's about 6 dwarves that are clearly like working security. They're basically keeping an eye on things. Here is a map. There are no gambling tables in the front room. Gambling is legal and everything, but there's like a sign next to a door that has like kind of a downward pointing arrow, and it says, game room.
Well, look at that.
Oh, hello.
Are
that
we
is
in
my old
Sigil?
friend. No, this was
Maybe.
in Hell. Remember when he tried to bust up that guy, that emo guy, with the
That was in
succubus?
I
Sigil,
can't
but
run
yeah,
up and down walls anymore.
I can still.
So should we wait like a good 5 minutes after shower to
Yeah,
go
I'll
in?
just be
Just-
talking to that guy and then
We could just
a
like
bit while you
we could
guys
just
answer.
put glue on Shirako's hands and feet and like have her climb around the walls.
So you're asking about fighting.
Mhm.
you're like starting to give your resume, and he
The
just kind
art
of holds his
the
hand
art of
up about
combat more so
halfway.
than fighting, but yes.
Right. He kind of holds his hand up about halfway through, and he says, "Don't really care where you come from, but if you're going to fight, there's a couple of things. First of all, I got a waiver you're going to have to sign that says if you manage to get yourself hurt or killed, it's not my responsibility. Not that they're fighting to the death, but things happen."
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Is it first blood or till mercy's called?
yeah.
Okay.
The fights generally go to first blood, but sometimes people get a little bit overzealous.
Rambunctious. Yeah, that's fine.
That being said, you can rest assured that if anyone does kill you, my boys will beat the shit out of them. We call it the hard iron handshake.
Mm-hmm.
We don't take kindly to cheating, and other than that, well, generally speaking, I don't really pay the fighters. I let them bet on themselves if they want to do so.
Oh, that'll be suitable. That's fine.
Says, all right. Fights start at midnight, and until then, you're welcome to drink, you're welcome to gamble, whatever you want to do.
Well, brilliant. Is there a board of anyone I can challenge, or is it just, winner stays on, kind of random fights thrown together? How does it work?
He takes up a list from behind the bar.
Mm-hmm.
He says, looks like you'd be fighting. Let's see. Yeah, he called in, said that he wasn't going to be able to make it tonight on account of his broken leg. I reckon you could fill in for Harry. So you would be fighting Knuckles. Half orc. Big fella.
Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, I think I've heard of this. Is it Knuckles?
Yeah,
He told me that
that's the only name he gives.
he knows Da Wei. Is this true?
Stop it! I burst in there and Eldritch blast the
Sorry,
place.
someone take the spotlight off me for a second. I'm done. Then the party arrives.
Yeah, party walks in about this point.
Jalapin just nods to the dwarves and just takes a sit.
Well, you have.
Sabrak, what do you want?
Whatever that crap. I don't want that crap that we had last time.
Wine.
Ah, come on.
The deepest red you have, please.
I'm missing somebody. Which one? No,
I think this is everyone. We've got Scirocco, Nim.
Yeah, we have everyone.
Okay.
2 red wines, please. Your finest. Well, not your finest, but good enough.
$2
Not
for
too
your second
expensive.
cheapest wine, please.
He says, get the fella some wine from our finest box.
There
Perfect.
we go.
Just give us the box.
That'll be 2 gold. If you want the whole box.
Do you want the whole box?
Of
Yes.
course we want the whole box.
You're paying for it.
Oh no, we're splitting it. So, Sirocco, as the newest member of our team, pulls out money and
The things I do for you people. Plink.
hands it to the dwarf.
Thank you kindly. Says, don't make trouble. If you're going to gamble, don't cheat. Otherwise, have a good time.
Oh, there's not a chair for him. I pull it over.
There's not a whole lot of business in the front room. I mean, you guys, as you were approaching, you saw like a lot of people, entering and leaving and stuff, but most of them seem to be coming from the stairs where the sign for the game room is. Yeah, it's about 5 o'clock. It's not quite getting on dark yet. You got a couple hours before it'll actually be fully dark. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna drink out of my box.
Straight out the box. It's pretty much just like a small cask of wine with a little spigot on it.
I'm gonna take a flask out of my coat.
Nice.
I'm gonna
No one
drink
knows
out
that
of
I got
the
it.
regular cup as like a normal person.
Okay.
I'm
guys
going to
start
drink out Jalen's cup like a normal person.
I'm gonna drink out of a wine glass.
Closest thing you get to a wine glass is basically a wooden cup that has like a base on it.
Every time I just go to take a sip, I notice the cup's like even more empty. I'm like, what? I'm not drinking that fast.
I'm surrounded by peasants. See, okay.
Whenever you say that, there's kind of a cheer from a table next to you guys. Like, yeah, peasants!
Cool. Great, okay. I drink the
Worst
Worst
wine.
seems very,
gang
like-
name ever.
Basically very blue collar.
So Brock, is your woman sense tingling?
What? is this a sense that he has?
There are 3
Okay.
dwarven barmaids. Hard Iron himself, who is running the bar. The barmaids are, going back and forth between tables, taking orders and stuff. And about 6 bouncers in total up here. And weirdly, like, they all seem to look vaguely similar to each other. You would imagine that this might actually be, like, all one big family.
Wow.
Aw, that's cute. Is there more than just dwarves here?
Yeah. There are some humans. There's a couple of, like, half-elves. Most of them dressed, for seafaring. The place is pretty popular, but most people don't come here to eat.
So we look very
There
out
are
of
a few
place.
people having dinner. Yeah, you definitely stick out.
To the gambling. And the less
Should
gets
we wait for Shower to get changed into his fighting gear?
We don't know him, remember?
We don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just bet on him. Because he got this. Although he's just
There's your
sleeping.
gambling hall.
Can I listen in on people's conversation, see if they're saying anything juicy?
Sure.
I'll also try and listen out to get some gossip.
You catch some snippets here and there. It's mostly
Ish.
just like typical gossip, like they're talking about like one of the people on their crew that got so drunk that he threw up into the salted fish, and they had to go for about a week without eating. Good times.
As Jalen's just like trying to eavesdrop as they're talking, he just makes like a really disgusted face and just like,
Does Shiroko have any visible weapons or like something that she would magic?
Sorry, you were cutting out there at the end.
So does Shiroko have any visible weapons or anything that she would like magic?
So there's something that looks like it might be a sheath on her back, but she's got kind of halfway between a cape and a cloak going on, and it's a little bit tricky to see.
Uh-huh.
is that a sword in your pocket or?
Yeah, this place isn't high class enough that they make you check your weapons or anything. But they also have a bunch of hard-ass dwarven bouncers. It's pretty much the type of place where you're expected to self-regulate.
Yeah, you get thrown out like that half.
Well, it expanded. The rage cage.
The rage cage. Guess what I'm gonna do inside of the rage cage.
I will go up to one of the barmaids
Mm-hmm.
and ask if there are any special events going on tonight.
Special events, no. Just normal fight night. We do it once a week. We do have a special on fish, though.
I know, thank you. I'm good on fish for
We've
a
got a
little
whole
bit.
barrel of pickled herring.
Is that a
No,
delicacy around here?
I'm trying a new diet out.
Hey, it's on sale.
I'm sorry, did you say a barrel?
Indeed.
I'm gonna risk it.
Yeah, let's have some pickled herring.
All right.
I said this table.
No. I specifically want the barrel. Just bring the whole thing out.
Okay, it'll be 7 gold.
All right.
She proceeds to wave to the other barmaids, and after a moment, they pretty much wheel out this big barrel of pickled herring. Seems to have something kind of floating amongst the actual vinegar.
What's the thing that's floating?
Roll me an investigation check.
I take Nim's flask.
No, you don't know where I
Wait,
put it.
what?
I put it back in my coat.
I'll find it.
So Akma,
I'll go through my
with that
pockets.
roll, you pretty much are able to tell that it looks like somebody threw up into this barrel.
A human delicacy.
Don't tell anyone else.
You two stop molesting each other and have some herring.
This old man is attacking me. Oof.
I think there's pickled corn in here. But yeah, the heavy scent of vinegar covers up anything less pleasant.
I'll take a herring and bite the head off it.
It's fairly tasty.
Hmm.
I mean, it's a pretty big barrel, and somebody just threw up in it once.
I don't like this game anymore.
So as you guys are having your meal of pickled herring and stuff, after about an hour or so, about 6 or 6:30, you see the door opens and a couple of people look toward the door, and they kind of get a big smile on their face, and they say, Captain Carl's here. Wonder if she's gonna be playing Zasir tonight. They kind of just elbow each other and grin. But you guys see Captain Elise Carl enter the bar, and as she approaches the actual bar itself, Hard Iron, he pours a pretty huge flask of ale and sets it on the counter for her, and she just kind of takes it up with a bit of a smile and starts walking towards the gambling rooms.
So, Brack, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you trying to lie about there, Sabrak?
He's trying to hide that he's just head over heels, I guess.
Question, Seth, does Sabrak wear a hood?
He's
Right
a
now,
rogue.
no.
They have to wear one by law.
He doesn't wear a hood?
I mean,
I'm
you got
just
stuff
gonna
to
point
do
out
it.
that both of the rogues in this party apparently don't wear hoods.
Oh no, I've got the stuff. I got the stuff if I'm doing it, but while we're out and about as a group, yeah, I'm not worried about it.
I'm just gonna pull the hood up over your head to try to cover your face.
But it's the same as your face.
No one wants to see that, though.
Yes, but I don't see everything I'm attracted to and just instantly turn into that.
Okay, fair. Fair enough.
But, I heard there's a fight going on, friends, and after you're done eating your puke herring...
Pickled herring?
Pickled herring, yes. Let's hope we don't see... What's his name? El Aguala Espato.
The fat Aquila. Yes.
Wait, what? Nice.
No, I'm talking about shower.
Nice.
Yeah. So was I.
Damn it. Don't call him fat.
But yeah, whenever Elise goes downstairs, after a few moments, the people that were sitting at the table next to you, they just kind of head down, grinning ear to ear.
Let's follow the flow of the masses.
Who's actually good at gambling? Because they should go.
Not me.
Casino Royale boys.
I'm only good at
I
lying,
mean-
and they said I shouldn't cheat.
I'm not particularly lucky.
We can watch,
You can.
like they do in casinos.
They
We
even
can
have a
watch,
bar
see how it's
downstairs.
done, and then we can watch, see how it's done, and then try it for ourselves. We could also see how a certain captain does it, and maybe pick up some pointers from her. Shall we follow the proletariat?
I'm already walking.
I'm going to
Okay.
follow. I'll follow Jan Finn.
Come on, Sabrak. You're gonna use your
Alright.
your charm.
Do what now?
Use your charm. Learn some tricks.
So whenever you head down, there is quite a few tables. Well, not quite a few tables. Quite a few people at the tables. There are 2 tables where they're playing Zasir. Essentially, it's kind of like, it's not like blackjack, but basically you have a dealer that plays against each individual person. They're not really playing against each other. And there's another table where they're doing like 3 Dragon Ante games.
Is Captain Elise playing at the moment?
Yes, she is playing Zasir. She's sitting where she has her back to the wall, essentially, and can see what's going on around her. She's drinking. She seems to not be like fully drunk. She hasn't been here that long. But if you want, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Yeah, I want to see if like she's cheating or if she's just really good.
Okay. So Sabrak, you're the only one that really notices this, but she's not that great of a player, and she seems to only be playing with a couple of gold. She's not, she's not making big bets or anything like that. Probably more than that. But at her side, she's got a rapier on one side, a scimitar on one side, and on the other side, she has a very, very nice looking dagger that has a golden handle.
Ooh.
It has like kind of a cobra on the pommel, and the eyes of it look like they are 2 little red gems. With that perception check, you can actually tell that it's not a dagger that's made for fighting. It looks more like a sacrificial knife or something. Something religious in nature.
Would I be able to tell like if it's like
You didn't even see it.
I didn't see it, yeah. As I'm not letting they share it with me.
I would try to. Well, I'd tell them in camp.
Okay.
If I
So,
could,
yeah,
if you point to,
Take a time over a drink and spread it out.
just wondering if I could try and figure out the religious significance of the dagger. If it out to
Roll me a religion check. That's pretty good. You could tell the dagger was definitely made for Wanti, and you would imagine that it is probably one that was at one point used for sacrifice. The sheath that it's in is definitely not a sheath that originally came with it. It probably never had one. It's kind of just like this big, wide thing, which indicates to you that it's probably like it has like a lot of curves to the blade.
Interesting.
But yeah, as far as her playing, she doesn't seem to be that great at it.
Well, in fact, we might have to give off on her. It seems like she prefers the company of snake people.
Well, they did say she was in Chult.
When in Chult, do as the Chaltians do.
She's totally a Sneeple.
Do we see shower anywhere here?
Yeah, I've talked enough this session. I'm just letting you guys investigate it for a bit, and I'm just gonna wait till the fight.
Okay. You guys going to do anything else before midnight rolls around?
Does she look like she's like distracted by her game? Does she?
She doesn't look terribly happy, but she's definitely keeping an eye on her surroundings. Like, she
Okay,
strikes you as someone who is accustomed to, being in danger.
Okay, I'm not doing anything right now.
All right. So, I will
I'm
go
also
ahead
just
and
here with my
say,
barrel of fish for the rest of the night and see if one, if she's actually here trying to enjoy herself, or if she's actually here trying to like make contacts to sell her stuff.
roll me an insight check.
Oh, this is gonna go horribly. Yep.
To you, it just looks like she's here to drink and gamble.
I will sit here and enjoy my barrel.
I bet you just rolled the barrel downstairs.
That is exactly what she does.
Oh yeah, we do have 6 days.
You do.
Just saying, I think probably just observe her for a day or two. That's why I was trying to do it
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
secretly
I just
and be
want to
like,
observe.
hey, I'll just be in the cage, glance at her occasionally.
Yeah, I do want to observe her secretly. I'm just trying to find a way.
Oh, let's see if she's left or right-handed. That could be useful later.
She's ambidextrous.
Fuck, we're doomed.
She does have a weapon on each hip.
Jeez.
Would there be a way for me to like cast detect magic without being seen?
You can cast it in the bathroom and then walk in here, maybe?
Yeah, it lasts
yeah,
for like an
that's true.
hour or something.
Is there a restroom, like a little gift room?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to go to the bathroom.
I cast unseen servant. No.
It's actually just another barrel of pickled herring.
It's just a really weird dwarf that's into that sort of thing. No, there is a restroom, and you're able to go in there and cast detect magic. It's pretty much just like a single stall.
Okay, then I'll come back out and like just give the room a look around and see if I can see anything interesting.
Whenever you cast detect magic, you see a few random bits and baubles on some of the gamblers. Elise herself doesn't seem to be carrying anything magical.
Mm-hmm.
But a couple of the bouncers are. A couple of the customers are. Nothing really strikes you as being supremely interesting. You imagine there's probably like, an enchanted ring here, a necklace there, but nothing that like glows brightly or anything.
And no one in the party's like got a secret +1 longsword in their ass or anything.
You got me. I'm actually a wizard.
Yeah, I don't think anybody has any magical weapons.
Oh, I got those boots. My boots glow, I guess.
I just have my
Yeah.
arcane
And then
focus.
someone had a bandolier, so.
Okay. Thanks.
I guess the thunder cannon might glow, but that's probably hidden, so.
Yeah, it would. I'm trying to think of all the things I have that are magic.
You got lots
Maybe
of
my
tiny little
goggles.
artificers.
I don't know if they're magic or not.
No, they're not actually magic. They're just really darkly smoked glass.
Would my
Alright.
friendship bracelet be magic?
What is that?
Jeff?
Kinda. Yeah, I guess it would have like vague abjuration magic to it.
Okay.
But yeah, this isn't exactly a super rich crowd. There is quite a bit of coin flowing through this place. You could definitely tell that, but nothing really magical.
Okay. At least Elise isn't packing any like a wand of fireballs under her cape or something.
Well, that you could see
No.
she might, but probably.
Does not seem to be.
How are the acoustics in here as well?
Not bad, actually.
Okay, good. I just want to.
I mean, it's not really set up for performance, but
No.
it is underground and there's stone walls.
I just want to make
so-
sure I hit the back wall while I'm doing battle cries and stuff. But
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, good.
But if you guys aren't doing anything else, then I will go ahead and say that midnight rolls around.
Oh, are there any scouts or like critics or anything in the audience? I don't know if that's insight or
nobody that
perception.
you-
Damn it.
Nobody that you recognize. I mean, you probably have never fought here before,
No, probably not.
but most of your stuff has been in other parts of the city.
Yeah.
But the rumors that you've heard about this place is that it's pretty rough. A lot of gladiators, like proper gladiators, don't like to fight here.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. It's a little bit of a dive, but it's fine.
But
I'm gonna bet on myself to
midnight
not look.
rolls around.
Yeah, I'm gonna bet on myself and to not look too suspicious. Only have it be like, I don't know, 5 silver or something.
Okay.
Something I can afford. Easy.
You are essentially told that you're being given 5-to-1 odds,
Oh, okay.
and you are the third fight to take place. The first couple are mainly just between like some humans. The opening bout is literally between 2 drunken brothers who are just like having a good time.
Nice.
Basically, they just kind of push each other around, have a little slap
Uh-huh.
fight.
But for this
Um,
terrible fight night, which they do every week anyway, is this the title or what's it called? The main card? I can't remember. This third one, or no? Is that like an ogre fighting afterwards?
Well, it's the last fight. You're being
Okay.
thrown
There we go.
definitely into the main fight of the evening.
We did it.
You're taking the place of Knuckles, who you have definitely heard of
Mhm.
before. He's not like super famous or anything like that, but you are familiar enough with
Yeah,
the
he's in the
profession
circuit.
that
Yeah.
you've heard of him around. You may have even fought him a time or two.
Yeah, he's not got much flair, but yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. But one of the bouncers, he approaches you and he says, "All right, time to get in."
Okay, you will announce me as El Aguile Aspato, and just become the role. And he's just gonna. He needs to bathe in the arena first. So he's gonna have to roll around a little. He's gonna have to. He's got his full costume on, so it's all sequins and pink. And he's got a hood on, of course. You can't tell he's a tabaxi right now, so the ears are tucked down, and he's tied his with like bands around his tail, so it's all hidden. And you just see him just moving around, just limbering up, just completely ready to go. And you see he does a little bit of sleight of hand even where he hasn't got a great sword in his hand, and then he's like, and it suddenly appears, and he's ready. Stuff like that. He's really trying to work the crowd. They're really not into it. It's not the audience for it at all.
Yeah, I mean, most of them are just gambling and not
Yeah,
really paying
no one's
attention,
even looking
except
up.
for the
And he's
people
like,
who are
"Giving
actually
these people
betting
gold."
on the
Yeah.
fight. If you want, go ahead and roll me a performance check.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's just not syncing up
Not
with the crowd.
great. Yeah.
It's just like dad magic
Um,
and not very good.
Wow. I went to roll the die and just literally flung it across the table. Okay.
Unlucky.
So as you're like jumping around and
Yeah.
rolling in the sawdust and stuff,
Yeah.
Elise kind of looks your way, and she approaches the bookie for the fight, and leans over and whispers to him and hands him a small amount of coin in a small pouch.
Oh, okay. As I notice this, I
Does
kind
it
of want
seem
to.
like it's a,
I bet she's betting against you.
I kind of want to blow
Does
her
it seem like
kiss
it's a
as I see
small-
this.
can I try and overhear what she's saying?
Yeah, are
roll
we
a perception
down in
check.
the gambling hall?
You never moved yourselves down in the gambling hall.
I didn't know if we could.
You should be, you guys. Come on. Missing a performance
If
of
you're
the
down in the
lifetime.
gambling hall, you should be.
I thought we were there, yeah.
I rolled my barrel down.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. You got a 19 on perception?
Mhm.
Yeah.
She says, go ahead and give me 2 gold on Kelvin.
It's
Oh shit.
It's Kelvin.
Calvin!
It's my boy Kelvin.
Shit, guys, it's Kelvin.
Idiot. Oh, that's hilarious.
Shaolin Finn just gonna pull his hood up.
One of the
I'm already
bouncers.
wearing a hood.
He doesn't have a microphone or anything, so he just kind of cups his hands around his mouth and is yelling over the din of the gamblers. And he says, we're having a main fight in 5 minutes. If you want to place bets, do so now. It's going to be the cat, because he doesn't even try to pronounce your name,
Nope.
versus Kelvin. And a couple of people approach and start placing some bets.
Shall we put some bets?
If you are going to place a bet, feel free to whisper it to me.
Oh boy.
I whisper to you on Discord.
Okay.
Or through this.
It's /W space GM if you want to whisper me in thing, but I'm good either way. Just let me know because I'm not watching Discord.
I'll roll a stealth check.
All right.
I don't like this. I don't like the implication. Oh man, I see you putting 40 gold on Kelvin and I'm just heartbroken. And you give me disadvantage on like the first attack roll. I'm like, bruh.
Like, are you deaf? I said on Kelvin. No. I haven't gotten a PM yet, so I don't know who you're betting on.
Oof.
Jalen tried to crawl under the table and just
It's a
hit
bar,
all
so
of
I
his
just try
limbs
to.
on all of the table legs.
You just hear, ow.
This is last call for bets. Anyone else?
I'll put down one bet as I said.
All right. He says, all right, go ahead and let him in. And you see, like, these big double doors on the far side of the pit open up. And out steps a man. Sort of. A big brute.
Big manly man.
A manly man. Looks like this.
Oh,
Kelvin.
big Kelvin.
I didn't realize he was that.
Yeah, this is why
He's a
we
big, ugly sucker.
didn't fight him, because he's big.
Heck.
He's a big ugly sucker that we left in an alley.
He was originally described to you as being a human, but you're pretty sure he's like half ogre.
He's got big.
God, his poor mother.
Maybe the ogre was the mother. And she
I
didn't even
still
notice.
stand by my statement.
But he comes out and he's not very showy at all. He's just got this huge club, and he looks at you.
Okay. I'm
Oh,
gonna,
good thing he doesn't
I'm gonna
recognize
whisper
you.
to him. But do you want to do trash talk or should I? Or no?
He says, "What?"
Okay, just follow my lead.
Okay, I'm gonna hit you with my club though. Okay.
Okay, aim high the first time. It'll get me easy.
Head. Got it.
Yep. I kind of want
Roll
advantage.
initiative.
I'd like dodging the last hit. because he's so fucking stupid. Ugh.
If you want, you can roll a deception check.
Sure.
But he doesn't even seem to understand that you're trying to make it a showy thing.
Yeah.
You're not even sure if he would understand the concept.
Yeah.
Oh no!
So right here. Oh, okay.
You still did better than his 0 intelligence check, though.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah, right. You don't have that fails on skill checks.
All right. So
I like how
who's
Nim's
going
still
first?
I was supposed to be in comment. I'm sorry. I have to go by. I'm coming back.
Okay.
Nim just says BRB dogs in character.
You're like, wait, Nim has dogs?
He's
It's
an old
okay.
man. He probably has some pets.
We forgot Sabrak had a wife, so
Wow, we've been helping extramarital pairs this entire time.
Clearly not a happy marriage. So Kelvin roars and charges across the arena at you. Let's see how he do.
Not giving me a lot to work with here. I was kind of thinking witty back and forth. Start. Okay.
I'm so used to our high level bar fights where we cheat. So I don't know what to do.
Don't cheat. We got this. Or I'll die.
Gives you a whack with his beaten stick.
Oh, my-
Why is the damage broken? Why?
Is it doing 60d8 or something?
No.
I had that the other day. I couldn't program in damage, but I did like maximizing dice. It's weird.
Let's see if this works.
It's a beaten stick, not a whacking stick, man. Come on.
Yeah. It only does a D8. It's basically a two-handed club. I'm just gonna roll it. D8.
Mm-hmm. 5.
So take 4
Okay.
as you'll rage. So he just comes in and just wham, just like smacks you right in the shoulder.
Oh no! And roll with the punch. Come back and then dodge around him. And go for the strike. Oh wait, does he get 2 attacks though?
Alright. No,
Okay,
he's
good.
not. Oh, you hit. Oof. You almost end the fight immediately.
Oh no! I,
Go ahead and describe it if you wish.
yeah, I sort of pull back as the last second as I realise I've got a little deep, and he winces a little bit, and I just pull it back, and be like, "Ah, you're so tough. I can't cut through the skin," or something like that, and try and play it down. I don't want to end this too quick. Need to make a show out of it. Oh, and actually, I know. I'm going to strike into him and then just sort of twist and pretend I've lost my foot and just drop my greatsword and have it fly across the arena and be like, ah, disarmed.
He just roars at your face. He says, "Ouch!" Hit you one more time. Oh, but it's weaker.
Mhm.
So take 3.
Okay. Alright. I'm going to sort of wince backwards, clutch at my arm, and then just try and strike him with a claw. Defensively. Hope this doesn't kill him. Oh shit.
Oh man, you're tearing him up. Yeah, you drop him to one knee, and he says, "Calvin, give! Calvin, give!"
Ah. Okay, I'll do a victory lap with Tabaxi speed and just loop him. I just look for any roses in the audience. Just anyone? No? Okay. Well.
We're gonna cast dancing
I-
lights as he's running around.
I throw a pickled
Nice.
herring at you.
Okay, I'll catch you in my mouth.
Oh god, no, don't eat. Okay.
No, he's just gonna grab it and just put it into his mouth and then pull it out, just all bones like a cartoon, and then toss it back to Akmasai.
Nice.
I dodge it.
You're too kind, and blow kisses to the audience. And let's hear it for Kelvin and lift him up as well.
Kelvin, he's just kind of like caught up in the moment as people are actually cheering, which is not something he's used to hearing. And he just gets this huge grin on his face. He says, "You fight good, kitty.
Yes.
I knew a kitty once."
Oh no.
There can be only one victor, and I trip him up and slam him back on the. Be like, "Ah, fuck him! It's all me!"
Roll me an athletics check.
Okay. I wanted to be like a boost him up and then just take it away from him.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I just like the idea that Shao is just a bit too. He's like all the show. It's all him in the arena.
Oh, he hits the ground hard, and he's just laying there breathing hard.
Calvin was shit. What do you think? It's all me, motherfuckers. Yes. Don't forget the name.
As you're walking out of the ring, roll me a perception check.
Okay, he's gonna sneak attack me.
You just hear this quiet sobbing.
Oh.
Well.
Wow.
I mean, don't.
I
mean,
feel.
I felt bad for him on the streets,
I
but
feel
don't
bad.
come into the arena
Can
if
I
you're not ready
spend
to,
one of my
to go.
Can I spend one of my healing lights on Calvin if I hear him crying?
Yeah, you can.
I'm going to say a healing word, not to anyone in particular, but it's going to go to Calvin.
Yeah, I just like send over like a little ball of light, and I'm just like, oh, buddy.
As his wounds close, he just kind of sits up and he's like, Kelvin lose. And you, sir, are rewarded with 25 silver.
Yes.
I lock
Akma?
the cage.
You get 10
Yes.
gold.
No.
Thank you for being a
Oh.
good investment.
Oh boy.
And Sabarak,
Give me
you get
some.
125 gold.
Oh.
Sounds like go big or go home.
Fuck yeah.
Wow,
Guys, that's
imagine
gonna
if you
look
lost.
suspicious. I was like, I'll just bet 5 silver on myself. Damn, guys. Wait, did
I
anyone
lost the
lose money?
cage.
Hang on, what did Sirocco win? Nim get or lose?
Kelvin seems confused by your words. He's like, no heat, it was stabby. Whatever.
Yeah, when I'm in character, I just can't even engage idiots like that. I'm not even. Afterwards, I'll go and be nice to him. Be like, hey, Kelvin, there's a cat. But hey, but right now he's nothing to me.
And Elise looks pretty pissed off about the fact that she lost. Kelvin makes his way up and out of there. He's still like, he's just got like, like snot bubbles coming out of his nose.
Alright, I'll
A
go
big,
over.
strong man with a child's brain.
I kind of want to go over to Captain Elise here because I saw her making a big bet. But like, you must have won a lot.
She says, actually, you cost me the night's drinking money.
Oh, you I don't know what to say. Maybe I can make it up to you. I mean, you saw me perform though. Maybe next time you know who we put to bed for. El
I'll keep it in mind.
Espeto.
She says, I'll keep it in mind.
I'm try and give her some wild eyes as well. Just
She's
still in the
kind of-
movement.
She gives you kind of a wry smile. And instead of making her way back to the table,
Yeah.
she starts heading upstairs.
Okay.
That's where the
Below.
actual in-rooms are.
Yeah.
And those of you who are at or near the gambling tables, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Oof.
I notice everything.
Me neither.
Yeah.
So Sirocco and Akma, as soon as she's gone, you hear a couple of the sailors that she was gambling with at the table start talking shit about how terrible of a Zesir player she is. It's like,
Interesting.
that she actually held that hand. Oh my god!
Doesn't sound like the sort of woman who could possibly win a ship in a Zesir match, although they might have both been very drunk at the time. The
I mean, it's
chance maybe
possible
one
for
of-
anybody to get lucky.
Mhm.
Yeah, but not enough.
Well, also we.
Maybe one of us could try and to get to play a hand of Zesir with a good captain at some point.
I'm gonna go change and come. Oh, I need to get out of this outfit, and then I'll come back later, just napping. I can't speak with the party, as I pretend I don't know them. But later on, I'll
I mean,
like,
if Kelvin sees me or you, our cover's gonna be blown instantly.
well,
The bouncer who announced you,
Mhm.
he comes over to you and puts just a big meaty hand on your shoulder.
Mhm.
He says, "Next time I'll get your name right."
You fucking better.
Respect.
Cut you. Trying to build a franchise here.
But the fact is, the fact that he says next time is
Uh-huh.
a pretty good indication that you're welcome to fight here again.
Nice. Jazzed up a little bit more than normal. Okay.
I throw a pickled herring at him when he's not looking.
Okay, it just hits me in the back of the head because I'm not looking. Good job. No roll.
It's not nearly as impressive.
Right. I kill Jonathan when he's not looking.
It's the safest way to do it.
Nope. I miss.
It's the
I
same
miss.
thing. See?
That's my throw. I miss.
You go to throw the pickled herring,
Danger
and
sense.
like it just breaks and like smacks you right in the face. Like the front half of it just
Oh.
kind of flaps you in the face.
Oh, I'm so glad Jonathan's finally got a taste for the pickled herring.
I wipe my face with Rex cloak.
You smell vaguely of pickles.
Okay, we need to meet up some other time and be like, hey, we found out some information. Now what do we do? Because I think we got it.
They got rooms for rent if you wish to rent one. They're pretty cheap.
Could we try and rent the room next to hers or some shit?
I don't know, it's a bit creepy.
We're not all staying in one room.
It's a bit obvious. I might.
Four of us don't actually have to sleep.
Unlike a lot of the inns around here, they don't actually have a common room here. It's all individual rooms.
Yeah.
They do rent them by the hour too. It's one of
Oh,
those
I
kind
see
of
how it
places.
is. I mean, I was gonna say, like, if I had to wake up in the middle of the night, 4 of you staring at me after waking up in a trance, I think I would, like, leave the
That
city.
would be creepy.
We're just all surrounding one bed, just staring.
We were meditating you, studying your breathing while you slept. It's like, whoa. Okay.
It's basically 1 silver to rent a room for an hour, 2 silver to rent a room for the night, and for an additional 1 gold piece, they will send for what they refer to as a sister of relief.
Ugh, that sucks.
That's a very
Or a
civilized way
brother of
putting
relief
this.
if you're into that sort of thing.
Okay.
At least they're open to both ends.
I'm gonna go and speak with the man and be like, well, the thing is, you have to understand, after that last fight, I'm very exhausted, so I can only take, and then I'm gonna look over the sisters and brothers of reliefs. Just you, and you, and you, and you. You understand, it's been a very long day.
That'll be 4 gold,
Yep.
but you aren't actually charged for the room because of your entertainer background thing, or gladiator background
Yeah,
thing.
the popular demand thing.
Yeah.
I think I can only entertain probably 4, tonight 4 anyways.
That's fair.
Oof, yeah, barely. By the end of the night, it's just trying to
Managed
get.
to almost entertain one of them.
No, come on. It's just there's 4 of them. It's just by the end of the night, it's like trying to get a marshmallow into a USB port.
It happens to everyone, it's fine.
You do get a nice back rub, and they read you a story, and
Okay,
then you
that's
fall
it.
asleep, and they're like, "Oh, okay." They all leave with the money. They're like, "Cool. I didn't even get messy for this one. Yay!"
Well, at least you're having them pay for college.
Is anybody else going to get a room?
That's very chaotic good, just hiring a bunch of porters.
I'm getting a room and going to
Oh, yeah.
bed.
Okay.
It's past
Yeah.
How
my
much is it for a
bedtime.
room? How much is it for a room?
2 silver.
It is 2 silver for the night. 1 silver if you want it for an hour.
No, I'll get a room normally. A normal room.
I'll get to room.
Okay. There are a total of 12 rooms that are available to rent. And each of you who are renting a room, go ahead and roll me a d12.
Oh.
Sabrak, you sleeping outside? Oh.
The 2 threes, one of you reroll.
Imagine those two
Not
sharing.
both of you.
Perfect.
All right, well,
So those are your numbered rooms for the night.
Okay.
Which room is what's her name sleeping in? don't
You're
think we
not
know.
sure. By the time you actually get up there and stuff, she's already gone upstairs.
well,
Okay.
it's only 1, 3, I guess, if you guys both don't have those. 1, 3, 5, and 12, and 9, and 8. Okay, that's a lot.
I'm going to like try and listen to the wall into room 8 and just see what I can hear from if there are
Okay.
people inside. I'll give myself guidance to eavesdrop.
All right, roll me a perception check with your guidance.
And D4.
All right.
18.
You hear some muffled cursing, mostly regarding a fucking furball.
Oh. Oh.
Cost me my evening. Going to bed early. Hungry belly. Nah, it's fine. You're doing great, Captain.
Oh, she mad.
Yeah, I'm just
I'll make a note of that.
She maybe isn't a UNT, having heard that.
That all appearances, she looks like a half elf.
Yeah.
Does Yuan-Ti look human?
I want to listen to the room next to me.
Okay.
Oh, if I'm in 3, then you hit disappointment.
No, you rolled. No, you're in room 11 now.
Okay, but yeah, we both got up there.
No one's there, thank God.
So all you hear is just a headboard banging against the wall.
At least
bang back.
someone's giving the sex
No, I
workers
banged back on the wall.
Well, for their stuff.
This slams into the wall, and you hear, Kelvin jumping! Getting tired! Go to bed soon!
Oh,
Oh my god.
I want to open my door once Kelvin yells. Go to his door, just knock. And then run back into my room.
Oh, they're
Oh my god.
Laura looks around, he's like, what? Oh. Nobody here. Nobody's Kelvin's friend anymore.
Oh.
The door's empty.
My friend, just not
Oh,
in the
that's
arena,
really
Kelvin.
sad.
Ah.
Can I
You're a
draw a
terrible
photo?
person.
Wait. No, wait. Can I
Stop
draw
it. It's
a
the
photo
it's the
of
life.
Kelvin winning the fight? Like a little cartoon?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Girl, can I do 4?
Yeah, I'll give it to you. It's a dex with proficiency.
I mean,
that's
yeah, it's a
fine.
forgery. You're creating an untruth right there.
And then I just slip it under the door.
Aww. Let's see if he notices.
That's a great drawing.
Maybe just
It
that's
took
it in the
quite a
morning.
while before he noticed, but he does eventually notice it.
Okay.
I kind of want Nim to be. I mean, I know there's no rooms on the bottom floor, but I kind of want Nim to be underneath it with a broom, poking upstairs, be like, "You goddamn kids, keep it down, partying all night."
I just really worried that he would just step in it in the morning and it would be stuck on his foot there, but beyond his reach.
Yeah, technically, he could be in room 5. So he could be between me and him.
Odds.
You want me to roll percentile?
Alright, preparing spells.
You sneaky elf people doing anything in the night because you don't need to sleep, or no?
Oh, I think Jeff died.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh yeah, his connection has been lost. That's a shame.
Dwarf?
Oh yeah, he's typing. Look at
No.
That's probably a good at.
It's unlucky.
Jeff.
I mean, we would have to.
No.
Yeah.
You're the host now.
There's dead snark. Isn't
Why
there?
am I the host? No, I don't want to be the
Oh,
host.
it's gonna break.
Because you're first.
It's gonna break the Zoom too. Now you can just see half
Never.
of there.
Oh, so he wants to end the session.
Okay,
That's all, folks. Thanks for watching.
that's alright. We just went to
See
sleep.
you tomorrow.
We did 1 day's worth of investigation.
We're all going to bed. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. We did.
Later, everybody.
Bye everyone.
Pickled herring for everybody.
Remember, live your dreams.